Can you hear me all right? Besides the music, can you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Hi Empress, hi Becca, hi Malapale. Hi everybody! Thanks for jumping in. You guys must have your notifications set. I'll just be a minute. Hopefully you all can hear me. I'll turn the music off when I'm ready to go. Merry Crystalis. I forgot to even set the title. Hold on. Still as the old title. Okay, sweet. Just hang tight, everybody. I don't even have a pen. I gotta log you all in on my phone. Merry Crystalis, everyone. All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in. I'm super disorganized. But Merry Crystalis. I hope you're all doing well out there. And you're rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party. Hop. Can everybody hear me all right? Hopefully you can hear me. This is a December tarot for all our friends. I got Runt checked in. I got Rebecca checked in. I got Empress checked in. And I got Malipale checked in. So hopefully you're all checked in. I'm checked in because there's a dang snowstorm. There's a blizzard here. So much global warming. They must have turned global warming off today because it's like minus 30 here today and snowing. And I don't have a pen, so I've got you all. I'm typing you in. I'm typing the list in on my phone. So we got 4 friends. They must have your notifications set. So good for you because you'll be up first. And we'll just do what we always do. We'll do what we do and. Go ahead, we'll burn one question. They're going to be 2-card dingers. If you want more, the lines are open, and maybe we can pull some of these cool sacred oracle cards for our friends too. Also, not 3 for our friends 4. We got 4 friends here. But Runt, is that your question? Do I have all my Christmas shopping done? The answer is nope. Okay, on to the next question. Rebecca, go ahead and post Rebecca. Give question, Runt. I didn't even need to. I'm just kidding, Runt. You still get cards because this is the season of 'tis a season to spread love. Don't spread. You'd think the new variant. They should have called the new variant joy, because then if you were caught spreading joy. You know, you'd have to go quarantine. You'd have to go to jail. You'd have to go to health and safety jail. But instead they called it Omicron. More like Christmas. Om nom 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 nom. I'm going to be eating lots of turkey. And spreading joy. Not Omicron nom 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 nom. We 3 kings from Orient are puffing on a rubber cigar. It was loaded and exploded, poof. Now we're on yonder star. Speaking of stars, y'all check that solar eclipse. If you just happened to be in Antarctica, you probably got a pretty good show, full solar eclipse. Yes, it is such business. It is the business. It is the business. Yeah, it's cold as balls here. I had to plug my vehicle in. It's like a blizzard, a snowstorm. So talk about BS. COVID's on my list and global warming's on my list. It hasn't been this cold this day in December since like the late 1800s. So don't give me that shit. They must have turned the weather machines off for today. Runt, the crew is waiting on you, my friend. And I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're you're doing good. Did you buy that car? Did you buy it yet? I don't think you did, but you should get yourself a car. Get a haircut and get a real job. Clean your act up and don't be a slob. Get it together like your big brother Bob. Get a haircut and get a real job. All right. Yeah, the finger of God. Big old tornadoes. Big old tornado. The finger of God came down on Mayfield, Kentucky. That's Kentucky woman. She gets to know you. She gets to own you. Okay, what's in store for my connection with my serious other? That's so-and-so. Yeah, sure. Let's have a quick look at that. I'm glad you asked, because I just couldn't wait to get my hands on this deck of cards right here. We're gonna shuffle them up, and we're gonna do to and through. They'll just be quick burners. Unless nobody else comes and it's just the five of us. Just the five of us. That'd be pretty cool. And then then we can take as long as we want. We can get extra cards, but that'd be sweet. Still no car. Job's been super busy though. Keep up the good work. Keep up the hard work. You'll get it. It's just wait for it. Just wait. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. That's an old line from Ace Ventura. He was a pet detective. One of my favorite Christmas movies. All right. Let's check in. Runt and her connection with SO. SQ. Esquire. Runt SQ. Let's have a little peek in at Runt and SO. See what cards have to say. What you draw for SO. All right. They flipped right out. And here they are. Two major arcanas. The Hermit and the World. This is a new setup for me. It's always a new setup for me, so just bear with me. I'll get it together. Like my big brother Bob. So, the World and the Hermit. What can we say? If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait a little bit longer. This is about waiting for the world to come to you. The connection seems to me, Runt, and, don't hate me if I'm wrong. Because it happens like once every 3,000 times. It seems far apart, okay? It seems like you're looking in, or he's looking in, or they are looking in, and one person is looking away with the World and the Hermit card. It's like, what I can say is like waiting for the world to come for you, or waiting for the flower to bloom sort of thing. You can't hurry, love. No, you just have to wait. She said, love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take, right? How much more can you take? How much longer can you wait, right? But this is the Hermit in the World. This is pretty good. This is saying that it's worth waiting for, right? The world's not going to come to you. Like the Hermit is standing there being like, come to me, world. And the world's just like, nope. You gotta reach out and grab him by the horns. It's not gonna come to you. So I get a sense of like a large distance or a great distance, or there's been no real like bona fide, certified, tangible connect, right? No touchy-feely, so to speak, in this connection. But what I can tell you is that one party in this relationship, whether it's you or the other, is kind of like nobody's really focused on it, but one person always seems to be like reaching out, and the other person's just kind of like, the world is their oyster. It's like, la-di-da, be a part of my world, and I'm glad when you come in. I think that this SO is glad when you guys are speaking, or when you guys are on the same page. It makes this person happy, right? And as well, the Hermit is very happy to be paired with the world in this situation, right? It's like being in it, being with it, being of it. And when it comes to this relationship, a major arcana this is like you guys like altering life paths for one another. But everything is kind of moving very slowly. Like the world and the Hermit is a very slow moving energy, and it's somewhat apart. So for the connection itself, it's like, don't give up on this. Keep hitting the books, so to speak. Keep hitting the right buttons or those right times to connect with this person, because it is planting seeds. The Hermit is like a good gardener, and the world is a perfect place to plant these seeds. So I would say keep planning towards strengthening your connection with this person. Don't give up on your connection with this person. The connection is very strong, but it's very slow moving. And I don't see that changing for a little while. You know, I don't know. You say it's a long distance relationship. I don't know what next September is like a big chance for a reconnect, right? Or possibly at the end of February, there might be a window of opportunity for the two of you to get touchy-feely if you act on it. These cards are all about like, do you or don't you? Do I act on it, or do I sit and wait for the world to come to me? All right? I don't know if there's a Virgo that plays into it. One of you is a Virgo because the Hermit is here, right? It's very interesting. So 2021, interesting. Card 21. We're almost at the end of 2021, right? And with that, what do you think card 22 would be if there was such a thing in the tarot? What would the card 22 look like? It would be like the universe and spaces beyond. So keep creating like sanctimonious space, or what do they call that? Sacred space for your connection. I don't know if you schedule a time to talk to one another. Keep that regimen going, because this is going to like bear fruit in the long run, but for right now, it's just going to take its time. So it's good. And outside of the major arcana energies, you guys are both just doing your thing right now, whether that's just kind of staying at home and enjoying your individuality, but keep that connection strong. You're leaping on it. Yeah, it could be the end of February. Could also be a good September 2022, a good chance for this to like really grow and for the taproot to really take hold on this specific connection. Okay? All right, Ron. Thanks so much for the question. All right. Who else jumped into the situation here? And give away my secret passcode on my, ooh, I gotta be careful. I see Michelle jumped in here. Michelle, I don't have a pen, but I'm going to add you to the list via my technology. There you are, Michelle. You're on the list, just so I don't lose track. But luckily, it could be nice and slow tonight, so that'll be good. I'm leaping on. Just leap on it, Ron. Jump on it. Rebecca, are you still there? Thanks, Ron. I really appreciate it. Hi, Dreamy. You like my video? Well, thanks, Dreamy. You're pretty dreamy? Oh yeah, dream a little dream of me. You're welcome, Ron. You're welcome. Always a pleasure to gift out these free readings to you guys. Dreamy, I'll throw you on the list, and then I'll answer that question if you're still there when it's your turn, and it'll be just great. I ate some fuzzy peaches. I did just before I came on, so I'm all sugared up. So we've got Rebecca, Empress, Molly, Polly, Michelle, and then Dreamy. Thanks, Dreamy, for liking the video and for jumping into the chat. All Natural Rebecca says, how will my date go tomorrow night? Ooh, wee! I like that you're out. I like that you're active. I like that you're keeping it real. Rebecca, All Natural Rebecca, here's to you for keeping it real. I got some strong coffee, and it's evening time, so look out. Look out. All right, we're going to go into a very practical Illuminati Tarot for that question for keeping it real. Yeah, let's get excited for Rebecca. Is it going to be a sweet first date? Is it going to be a dud first date? Is it going to be a, hey, diddle, put your kitty in the middle, got to swing like you just don't care first date? What kind of first date is this going to be for All Natural Rebecca? Let's have a look. I'm glad that you're excited. So excited. Everything is so exciting. It's just super exciting. Okay, serious now. Shh, Daryl. All Natural Rebecca. How will Rebecca's date go tomorrow night? How's Rebecca's date going to go tomorrow night? How's it gonna be? How's it gonna be? All right, let's have a look. Run's card's flipped out, but we have to cut the deck for yours. Got those major arcanas popping. They're popping. No stop. Look at this. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. Oh my goodness. And Four of Cups. What do you do? What do you say? Maybe catfished. Maybe a little bit different than you were expecting. Okay, Ten of Swords lets me know that it might be a little bit different than you're expecting. And the first impression thing could be a big deal. You're going to not really jump this person's bones. You're not really going to... you're going to be like, I need a few days to think this thing over before we agree or commit to a second date here. Ouch. Do you know this person well, Rebecca? Has this person been like trying to get you to go out with them for a while or something? This Ten of Swords, Four of Cups combo is super weird when we ask about a first date. We got cups here, so that's not the worst thing in the world, but I think somebody's coming in with like, I don't know, like a heavy expectation, a really heavy expectation, and that might have to be calmed down. You might have to like just be like, slow down, pal. You're not getting to third base until you go to batting practice kind of thing. That might happen as well. But the Four of Cups is there. So with the Ten of Swords, it's going to be like, take it or leave it. You might get the impression from this person that they're like, they're kind of like the same. You've heard these lines before. You've heard this stuff before. You've seen this particular expression before. And that might kind of leave you with the feeling like, I'm not really sure this person is for me. I don't really know if I can, act on this. So when it comes time, and I do have the feeling that this person is going to ask you out on a second date again, I would say, hold on. Okay? Don't call us. We'll call you. Give my people 24 hours before we can get back to you. Thanks for the drinks, okay? Four of Cups, though, is good. You're going to have a second drink, right? It won't be a one and done. I don't know if you're going for coffees or if you're going for Jack Daniels. But either way, Four of Cups is good. But the decision to stay for that second drink, I think you're going to be like, I'm not quite sure on that, but can't tell you what to do. Because with the Ten of Swords here, it's kind of like, man, this guy's got or I shouldn't assume that it's a man. It's 2021 for crying out loud. Tarot's like that though. And I know better. With the Ten of Swords being there, it's kind of like, watch out for being too, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't want to like jump to a conclusion that this person is like all the rest, even though everything he does and says and thinks and expresses to you seems like all the rest. You may want to give this person more of a chance, even though the first impression might not be all that good. But it's up to you if you're going to accept to stay for that addition. You know how those dates, they're always like, okay, we met and did what we agreed to do. Do you want to do a little bit more? That's what this cup in the Four of Cups is representing. Just being like, there will be that opportunity, that invite where he'd be like, he might invite you to stay for another drink. It might invite you to go to another venue, might invite you for more than you're willing to do. So you're going to have to make that decision mid-date. So you'll be prepared for that. But if this person is giving you the same old song and dance that you've been used to for other guys, what I would recommend is talk about the other guys that you've dated. Being like, yeah, that was just like Jimmy. I dumped him 2 years ago. That was just like Fred. And you know what? Fred got hit by a bus. Yeah. So just kind of like be sure that if you're tired of the story or the narrative that this person is bringing on this date, you could shut it down. You can make this person aware and dig to a deeper level of his sort of being or his essence rather than him just trying to impress you with the superficial, with the mundane kind of stuff. Because what I have the feeling is this person just isn't quite deep enough for you, Rebecca. Okay? You're deep. We know you're deep. You hang out with us. You're deep. So If you like this guy and you're attracted to this guy, you're going to have to get out your little shovel there, start shoveling to see if there's any gold underneath all that mundane dirt, because he thinks maybe he can impress you with some of these mundane things, and you're going to be like, you know what, buddy, what's really important to me? That's the things of the spirit. That's the things like compassion, like charity. Well, not like that frilly, like all the girly stuff. You got to have some interests in wrenches and vodka and I don't know what else, whatever else he does, right? But at the same time, you're going to be looking for substance, and he's going to be showing mundane. So it will be up to you to dig for substance, and whether you tire of that, I really can't see that, and I don't know you 100% that well to know, like, what's your threshold, what's your breaking point on that, but I just get the feeling like this person's not going to come across as quite deep enough for you, and you might be getting frustrated, but you'll have that opportunity on this date to either stay for a little extra, go to a new venue, and that decision will be up to you. So, but this person I think is going to be into you. So, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's always nice to be desired and liked, so that's kind of nice. All right, we got some new people here. I'll just update the list for everybody because I don't have a pen, and that's my fault. When it's a pen, it goes so much sweeter and smoother. I see Emmanuel and Beatrice here, so let me add Emmanuel and Beatrice. Emmanuel, it's a special time of year for you, Emmanuel. I love he's one of the cool. Emmanuel is one of the coolest characters in all of Christendom. He's pretty badass. And Josephina. Oh, Beatrice and Josephina. Okay. Beatrice and Josephina. And then we'll jump into it. Okay. Thanks, Rebecca. I hope it helps. Maybe you'll be thinking of the stuff I said tomorrow, or when you're on that date. And, yeah, just kind of play it by ear. But 10 of Swords, 4 of Cups, I'm kind of like, I'm cranky-pated. Maybe this guy is constipated. I don't know. I just got a weird feeling in the root chakra about this one. All right. Up next, we've got Empress, then Malipali, then Michelle, then Dreamy, then Emmanuel 1-6, Beatrice, and Josephina. So that's good. We'll just keep trucking along. Trucking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. You can be an empress wherever you go, and you don't have to stop. You will get a sentimental feeling in your beer. Voices singing, let's be jolly, and deck the tarot with boughs of holly. And Empress says, General, what's coming next towards me? You're welcome, Empress. Thanks for the thanks. Thanks for the thanks. All right. General reading. We're going to stick with Illuminati Tarot for you, Empress. What's Sunflower Heart? Thanks for Sunflower. 1111 Brianna, wow, it's been a time. It has been a hot minute since I've seen you up in these parts of the Matrix. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Hi, Brianna 1111. Old friend, Brianna. Brianna, we got you. But right now we're going to read for Empress. So I get excited to see old friends online. It's a lot of fun. It makes me giddy and happy. And it might be the fuzzy peaches I was eating, but I think it has more to do with the gifts of spirit that we're here with. So that's good. Hi, Jasmine. Speaking of old friends, there's Jasmine. Good to see you, Jasmine. I hope you're doing well. Let me get this... Jasmine and Brianna, I'm doing okay. We're rocking around the Christmas tree tonight. Merry Crystalis, everybody. Silent Night is only a few nights away, and we'll all, like, 6 billion of us will be just doing our thing on a silent night. It'll be great. Okay, let me get focused here. Tarot says I gotta focus. Sorry, Empress. We'll get a good shuffle on this. All right, Empress, is your turn. General messages, please, for Empress. General messages, please, for Empress. That was big. That came flipping out. 2 of Wands was coming next. That might just be in reference to your question. We're gonna throw that 2 of Wands because that was the question. Because I asked for general, and the tarot was like, that wasn't the question. Questions of what's coming next. Two of Wands. All right, here we go. Pretty excited here for Empress. All right. We got the cards out and running. Here we go. Ace of Pentacles. New opportunity. New job. Whoa. How's that? How's that for a start to 2022 for you, Empress? An Ace of Cups and an Ace of Pentacles. So this is brand spanking new. Why do they call it brand spanking new? Because when the baby was new, the doctor will hold it upside down and spank it. I don't think you're going to have a baby, but you might uncover some brand new emotional feelings for either a person or for an endeavor. I think you're going to like kind of start to pour your heart into something you're doing. And even though this pair of cards doesn't signify a windfall or huge dividends from what you're doing, it shows a considerable level of investment. I think you're going to get invested in someone or something to the point where you're going all in. Would you not go all in with a pair of aces? You're darn tootin' you'd go all in with a pair of aces, right? And this is about an outpouring of emotion and the start of something new, right? This also could signify like a gift, be it like inheritance or trust or something of that nature coming to you, like unexpectedly, right? These aces are kind of like, they pop out of nowhere, and these are really good cards to have. But this is an opportunity coming your way that you're pouring your heart into. And whatever this person or this opportunity is going to accept no less of you than your whole being. It's going to expect you to go all in, and you're not going to waver. You're jumping in head over heels with this, whatever this may be. It's like 2022 for you, Empress, is going to be a brand new start. There's going to be many elements of your life that seem to be like refreshed. Like when you hit the refresh button on your browser bar and everything just seems to be much more clear, much more crisp. So in regards to spirit, I think you're going to get a lot of clues through synchronicity about like being on the right path and things just seeming to like, you're going to be able to discern old energy versus new energy very easily. And you're not going to be falling into any old pitfalls or any old traps. Things of this nature. You're like engines on, full steam ahead into whatever this is that you're pouring your heart into. And just because we had that Two of Wands, right? That's interesting. I'm just going to get one clarifier, because what the heck is a pair of aces going to tell us about? New job, new love, new opportunity. What is it in regards to? Show me what these aces are. Look at that. It came up again. Two of Wands. So it could be travel, and it could be like planning for the future. You might find that you spend a lot of hours actually with the laptop or the pad and paper, or however you do, with like actual planning, like budgeting even, or itineraries and things of that nature. What I'm seeing with the Two of Wands, somebody's gifting you an opportunity here, and you're going to jump at it. And you're right, Rund. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty darn exciting. Could involve travel, very much so. And something as well saying that it could involve some sort of like medicine or health or healing. These are three very, I would call them healthy cards, which is very nice. 2022, if you haven't been feeling all that great, Empress, signifies a return to good health for you, or a loved one, which is really nice to see that. Somebody got the spring back in their step, some boop in their scoop, and whatnot. So that's really nice to see. So generally, that's what's coming next for you. New romance, new opportunity. But I think because of someone's adoration for you, they're going to be gifting you with an opportunity. And I think you're going to jump at it. I don't know 100% that you're going to jump at it, but you're going to jump at it for sure. So medicine, yep. Are you not feeling very well? Hopefully these cards indicate that it won't be long before you actually round the corner when it comes to health and well-being and things of that nature. So it's pretty cool. Thanks, Empress. I appreciate you for being on the program and for being one of our moderators. You're still in blue there, so that's exciting. Okay, so after Josephina, we have Brianna. It's been a time, Brianna. I haven't seen you in so long. Brianna, 1111. 11. I'm going to add the 11s. I don't have a pen, everybody, so I'm putting in the little notes on my phone. So, it takes me a while. And Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. Jasmine is so sweet. You don't even know, my friend would say. I'd be like, oh, I'd comment on it. He'd be like, you don't even know. All right. Yes, so the update on the list is as such. It goes Malipali, Michelle, Dreamy, Emmanuel, Beatrice, Josephina, Brianna 1111, and then Jasmine Stonechild. So that's exciting. Malipali jumped to the party. There's a party over here, there's a party over there. Wave your hands in your air, shake your derriere. These 3 words when you're getting busy. Boo, Merry Christmas. Boo, Merry Christmas. All right. Yeah, thumbs up. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for telling your friends about this little place. Who's coming next in love? Is it my recent person or brand new person? We're going to go back into the Mystic Dreamers Tarot because we've got a question about love. Love. Remember Celine Dion? She used to say larve. It wasn't love. It was a larve. She did the Titanic song. And I will always larve you. Larve is larve. Who's coming next from Malipali? Is it the recent person or a brand new person? Who's coming next from Malipali? Malipali, thanks for being so awesome. I'm so glad when you come to get your reading. You know, if you find yourself here with us, hey, you're doing all right. We don't go on too often. I was happy to be able... This is the last time I'm going to be able to check in with everybody for 2021. And thank goodness. We got a fresh start coming in 2022. This year is a 5, right? 2021 equals 5. So this has been a year of conflict, of contradiction, of bipolarity, of the odd man out, of struggles and tribulation and strife. But 2022 is a 6. You think about 6, right? 6 is good. 6 of Wands is a victory. 6 of Swords is a moving to stiller waters. 6 of Coins is about return to balance, right? And 6 of Cups, I don't even remember what 6 of Cups is nostalgia. So the 2022 is a good year. We should see things start to just get a little bit better for collective. We're rounding that corner of struggle and suffering and strife that so many of us collectively have had to experience because of poor geopolitical leadership. The idiots that run this place, in other words. Anyways, okay, Malipali, I got your cards shuffled. Hi, Audrey. Good to see you, Audrey. Glad you could make it. I'll check you in right after Malipali's reading, and it'll be a time. You will get the sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, "Let's be jolly, deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree." All right, the Chariot and the 4 of Swords when you ask who's coming in next. So whoever you've had your mind on, you ask if it's going to be a new person or the person that you've been seeing recently. I am, with these cards presenting the way they are, I'm saying it's the person that you've recently been seeing with the Chariot and the 4 of Swords, because your mind has been on them, and thoughts create reality, right? We all know that by now. I hope we all know that thoughts create reality. So keep thinking good thoughts about this person if this is the person that you want. If you don't like this person as much and you're wanting somebody new to come in, stop thinking about that person, okay? That is law number 1. That is rule number 1. Uno. The Chariot's a good card. There's a fast-moving energy, okay? I see somebody coming in for you in the month of April in 2021, and this is very nice. This is somebody who, like, is Tracy Chapman, drives a nice vehicle, drives a nice car. So that could be a clue for you as well, Malipali, as to the person of who it is. It's going to be the person with, it might not be a Bentley or a Maserati or a Lambo Ferraro, but It's the person with the really nice automobile. That's the person that I see coming in, because simply the Chariot is there. It's not the guy that takes the bus. It's not the guy that walks to pick you up, right? This is somebody that I think is upwardly mobile, and this is somebody as well that I think has a finer taste. But this person lives a very kind of like a calm-paced life. This isn't like an overly ambitious, I'm going to go out and rule I'm the king of the world type person, right? That's not this type of person. This is the type of person that's like, you know what? I'm cool. I'm chill. You guys do what you guys do, and I'm just going to chill here with Molly Polly. I'm just going to hang out. So I see this being the person that recently you've been seeing, as long as that person has a nice car, because the major arcana trumps the Four of Swords here in this aspect. But this is a person you've been thinking of. Maybe the person you're thinking of, you're wondering if he does have a car. And if he does have a car, why the heck isn't he driving to come and see me? Right? But I think it's the person that you've been recently seeing, or that you've been spending the most time thinking about it. Not necessarily see this being anybody new here in this situation. If it is somebody new coming in, I see them coming in the month of April. If this is the person that you relatively have been seeing, it's maybe time to reach out to this person and make sure that person is still on the same page with you. Remember, we got the two horses and the chariots. They go bucking around the Christmas tree, but one likes to go left and the other likes to go right. So sometimes you just got to press hold and check back in with one another and see, hey, are we still on? Are we still doing this thing? Or are you still interested? Or, where are you at? And I know those are the hard questions to ask, but you're intuitive, Molly Polly. You know through how much effort that this person is putting in, whether or not they're interested in romantic endeavors with you, right? As far as love goes, right? So to speak, the finer things in life. This 2022 for you, I think, is going to have a lot of sort of sparkly, I'm thinking sparkly and spectacular sort of things coming for you. You're going to like be whisked away, so to speak. But it's also, this is a call to action. Four of Swords to Chariot is being like, get up, get out the front door, right? That's the way it gets done. That's the way love comes into your life. It doesn't come when you're hiding in the caves. It comes when you're out picking flowers. At least that's the way it was in like 10,000 BC. Not much has changed in the last 12 or 14,000 years when it comes to love. So remember to stay active, be like Rebecca, keep it real, get out there, make some plans, meet some new people, stay open. Even if the person that you've been thinking about is weighing heavily on your mind and you're wondering where the hell have they been, why don't they come around, jump back in the scene. You don't owe them anything unless you said we're mutually exclusive and we're forever and here's your forever. If you liked it, then you should have put a ring on it. No, none of that, right? That's a terrible Beyonce. It's a terrible Beyonce. But that's what I'm saying. There's nothing to hold you back here. Only you are holding yourself back from new love coming in, right? All right. Thanks, Molly Polly. April, big month for you. Big month for you in 2022. All right, we got people waiting for readings. Let's update the list. Let's do what we do. All right. So after Jasmine, we had was it just Chrissy? Oh, Audrey and Chrissy. All right. I'll add Audrey and Chrissy to the list. We're running at we're only doing 2-card readings today, but I'm old Peppy Longtooth. I start hammering down the... Michelle, right on cue. The list goes like this. Michelle, Dreamy, Emmanuel, Beatrice, Josephina, Brianna, 1111, Jasmine, Audrey, and Chrissy. You're welcome, Molly Polly. Okay? Keep it live. Keep it fresh. What path do I need to take? Invention? What I have found in nature? Or, I like this question. Me like your brain. It's not Halloween, it's Christmas. Merry Crystalis, everybody. Let's ask the tarot. The innate 78 cards of the tarot. What path does Michelle need to take? A natural path? A more inventive path? It's tough. Because the feeling I got, Michelle, right when I asked that question, just innately before tarot, my sinuses are running. That's how we know the messages are coming through strong, is when the sinuses get bucking. There's always an ebb and flow. There's always like, we can be very close, but it seems very far away. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Never Ending Story, where it's like he has to go 10,000 miles, and then he falls asleep on Falcor's back, and he wakes up, and Falcor just flew 10,000 miles, and he was there. Spiritually, we can feel very connected at times, like everything is clicking, everything is binging, and then other times we can feel like, man, I feel like I need to find my path again. I feel like there's been a bit of a disconnect. I don't feel close with Source. I don't feel close with my higher self. I'm not even feeling overly intuitive right now. I'm not getting like the visions or the dreams or the messages, or I'm not getting like clear indications from the universe about what I should be doing and where I should be going. And we seem so far away sometimes, but it's a simple veil. We're still just as close, right? But there has to be that disconnect in order for there to be a connection. Does that make sense? It's like a yin-yang law type thing when it comes to connection versus disconnection. And we need the disconnection for times where we have to be connected, so to speak. So I love your question, but through all that rambling, what I have to say to you, Michelle, is you're not far off the mark. Whatever it is that you're questing towards, thinking about, or what you're all about right now, you're not that far off the mark. So just know that as we go into this reading, because that's important. Spirit wanted you to hear that you're not, even though you may seem like you're far away or far off the mark, you're not. Okay? You're not. You're not. You're not. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, I promise. All right. What path does Michelle need to take, Tarot? What path does Michelle need to take? All right. Let's have a look. You see, Eight of Swords. Oh, okay. Oh, and a Five. That's a rough go. That's a tough one. Okay. Clear your energy. Clear it. You put invention or nature. Okay. I'm leaning 100% towards nature here, because these cards here, they're not that great of cards, but you're a great person. So don't let bad cards scare you or bum you out or nothing like that. It's just giving us a very clear indication that your path is about clearing right now. It could also have to do with shadow work, eliminating unhealthy people or spiritual influences in your life at this time. You gotta get out. You gotta go in with the broom. You gotta open up that old closet, throw all that junk out and sweep out the cobwebs and get it all out of there and clear the space for something new and amazing. Because I don't know if you resonate with this, but it feels like you're at a standstill. It feels like you kind of got to a point where you experienced that disconnect and then you got frustrated, and hopefully you didn't blame yourself for that, and hopefully you didn't blame others for that. Remember, there is no blame, and success is not all it's hyped up to be. There's actually more to be learned from failure, whether it's future failure or past failure. Let go of all regret, okay? Let go of all resistance to the things that you wish you would have had done differently. So this is a time, not too much reflection, but a little bit of reflection. But it's clearing energy. It's cleaning house. It's getting rid of the fires in your mind that are burning out of control, that keep you kind of maybe bound up, running in circles, chasing your tail, allowing other people to have their way, things of that nature when it doesn't necessarily have to be. So I would say a more natural path for you, if you've got ideas and you've got opportunity on your horizon, which I think you do, these cards are saying get rid of all the grippy grabby stuff that's kind of holding you down before you leap for it, right? It's like, imagine like a lion waiting to pounce at a gazelle, right? if the lion's laid there for so long and it's like all of a sudden like somebody's gone by the tail, he's not going to be able to pounce clean and fresh and seize his opportunity, right? He's got to clear off. He's got to make sure everything is quiet and serene and casual and just perfect all around. And then there can be no doubt that success can be assured or guaranteed as a result of that path. So don't pounce before things are clear. Hopefully that message. Okay. Don't go forward until your current space, your current energy has been cleared. And you probably know of 101 different Dalmatians, things. You probably know 101 things that you could think of, or maybe you spend some time thinking about that weigh you down, that hold you down. Some of them are just thought forms. Some of them are absolutely, completely needless and pointless. And this is just you being your own worst enemy in a lot of this stuff. Other things are completely tangible, completely real. Other people pooping on your party, right? Or wanting to poop on your party. Don't let them poop on your party. You are the party. You can cry if you want to. I would probably cry too if it happened to me. But you don't have to cry at your own party. What you have to do is just say, all right, everybody, party's over. Thought forms, get out of here. Bad spiritual influences, beat it. Other people, if you're not with me, if you're not supporting me, if you are all you want is for me to be a part of making your dreams come true, and you don't do squat for me, it's time for you to take a hike, Jack, right? And then you can get some time. None of this stuff has to be forever, right? 100%. But this is all about energy clearing, is the path that I feel that is going to be necessary for you. When you say need to take this path, what do we need? You can take any path you want, but what path do you need? The path you need is about clearing, right? And whatever you found in nature is a good thing. Let it be your guide. Let it be your talisman. Let it be your thing. And don't let your own incriminating thoughts about self weigh you down or hold you down. Otherwise, it's going to feel like you're always reaching for it, or that the path never ends. Which, I'll let you in on a secret. The path never truly ends, but there should be some glimmering spots and rest areas that we feel really happy and rewarded to get to along that path. And I feel you're at the precipice of reaching one of those places, but it just kind of feels like it's further out. Could I go a different direction and get there sooner? Nah. The only way you're going to get there sooner is if you get the mud off your boots, and then you can start to travel faster, and the path will seem a lot lighter and a lot easier. So if it's a this or that kind of thing, I would say do the nature thing first, okay? And get rid of the self-incriminating things and the fires of the mind that are burning out of control, right? This is a need to return to meditative state, right? For health and wealth and abundance and happiness. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks, Michelle. I really appreciate that question. Don't worry about bad cards. They're keystones to success. And that's really good. Crying is essential. It is. It is. All right. So after Chrissy, we don't have anybody new. Thank the Lord. We don't have anybody new. Oh, Mary Crystalis and the sweet baby Jesus. Remember? Came down. He was like a hologram, and then he had to be a guy. Jeez, that must have sucked. That must have sucked. Could you imagine just being like pure spiritual, and then you had to come down? But he had to do it because we're a bunch of dang dinguses running around killing each other. Okay, so the list goes like this: Dreamy, then Emmanuel, then Beatrice, then Josephina, then Brianna 1111, Jasmine, Audrey, and Chrissy Chandler. Chrissy Chandler, it's been a while. I'm glad you popped in tonight. Pop. We're popcorn over here. You could string some popcorn up and put it on your pine tree, because it's Crystalis time. Rocking around the Christmas tree. Okay, Dreamy, spirit is always there. If you allow it in. Absolutely. 100%. You're welcome, Michelle. Thank you for saying thank you. Oh, thank you. Makes me thirsty for some water. Remember those days? That was good stuff. Now I got a little bit of espresso. It's hotel espresso. It's not real espresso. It's like Keurig espresso. In fact, it's shit. And it's getting cold. But I'm still happy to have some. It's really good. And count your blessings before you drink it. Really good. Okay, Dreamy, go ahead and post your question. And we'll just keep rolling on. Here we go. Q. Q. Good old Q. I want to get into this study at Parexel Company. The psychiatrist wanted me to submit docs. I did. Today I called. They said no at first, and then said they will call me back. Will they reconsider? Hi, Scarlett. All right. Scarlett, we'll check you in just as soon as we get to Dreamy and her question. She's into this study. Okay. And then they said they will call you back. Will they reconsider? It sounds like they already are reconsidering. If I take the time to consider what needs to be considered, it sounds like they already are considered. I did what she asked. I felt, should I be considered? Of course. There is so much to consider if we stop to consider how much there is to be considered. Okay? I'm not poking fun at you. I'm just spewing some truth. All right. All right. So I'm just going to ask Dreamy if you're going to get into the study. Is that okay? Can I just ask that? Whether or not they will... Because I feel like they have reconsidered already, but I'm just going to ask to see if it's going to... if it's going to happen for you. Okay? But don't shoot the messenger. The cards come up the way the cards come up. I know. You guys are so cool with it. I appreciate that. So, will Dreamy get into the study? Let's see what we say. Four of Pentacles. Good sign. Prince of Pentacles. The answer is yes, but not right away. It sounds to me like this is going to be an ongoing study, right? Where when they call you back, and if they're going to call you back, Four of Pentacles is pretty solid that it's going to happen, because you see this person is just waiting on the thing. But this is very slow moving energy. So this study is going to continue on for a long time. It's not just going to be like a one and done thing. You're not going to be like up there on the list. I don't think you're going to be like in the next wave of people that participate in the study, but you may be like considered for like the third or the fourth or even the fifth wave once these current people or the next people have been like run through. Then they're going to call you up and be like, we need more people for this study, and then you'll be in. So you're going to get in, you're going to get the call to go. It's just not going to be right away. I don't even know if you're going to get the call very soon, but the call will come as long as you don't change your number or anything like that. But when you get the call, they're going to be like, well, if you're available in the next 3 to 4 months or the next 4 to 5 months, then yes, we would love to have you. But currently, it's either like it's filled up, or they've put all the people that they felt were best suited in right now, but they're going to run out of those people. Okay, and then you're going to be able to step in there. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. You're a new participant. If not, I'm just thinking. Yeah, so I think you'll get there eventually. That's pretty strong with the Prince of Pentacles being there with the Four of Pentacles. There's just going to be like a passage, like a pretty big passage of time before it actually happens. So there's not really a definitive no. It's looking more like a yes, because you see both of them holding the pentacle or the thing that they want, and you want in. So that's a very good sign through the tarot. It's just not happening very fast. So give it some time. I think April, either they're going to call you and be like, well, if you're available in April, we've got more spots, or you get the call in April and they're going to be like, come in right away kind of thing. So hopefully you got some other stuff that can keep you busy, or some different ones that you can do to fill that gap or fill that void or fill that time until it does happen. I think it's happening for you. It's just not going to be for a while. Okay? Why was I thinking that too? You were thinking that too? Or why were you thinking that also? Were you thinking it because, are you thinking what I'm thinking? I don't know. What were you thinking? Lincoln, I've been thinking, what the hell have you been drinking? Is it water? Is it wine? Oh my God, it's tarot time. Tarot time for Thursday. Is it Thursday? Hopefully it's Thursday. Okay, we're going to check in Scarlett and Emily. Hi, Emily. Good to see you here. Hi, Scarlett. Good to have you. I don't have a pen, so everybody's getting put in on my notes on my phone, which is not ideal for me, but it still keeps track for you. And I will update the list in just a second. So hopefully that resonated for you, Dreamy. Hopefully you get in there sooner than what the cards were showing. Remember, that's just the way the energies sit today. We can only tap in when we tap in. Pleasure to have you on the program. We'll see you next time, Dreamy. Thank you so much. Emmanuel16, first call for Emmanuel16. Hopefully you're still there. Hopefully you're still there. Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. All right, we need a new Christmas carol. Ring ding a ling, here comes the bling, here comes the bling. Merry, merry, merry ding dong, rada ding dong, rada ding dong. Ching a ling a ling a bong a bing bong. That's Carol of the Bells by me. All right, Emmanuel16, please, general reading. What's coming towards me? All right, let's have a look for Emmanuel16, please. What is coming towards Emmanuel16? The general reading. Hold on. Okay, there we go. There we go. What's coming towards Emmanuel16? Thanks for joining us, Emmanuel16. All right. Ooh. A Hierophant and a 5 Pentacles. Wow. This is pretty interesting stuff. This has some and I know your namesake. I just was commenting earlier on your namesake as well. Don't be worried by this 5 of Pentacles and this 5 of Major Arcana, the Hierophant. I have a feeling like you had a pretty tough year. You had a pretty rough go. Like, things weren't easy for you in 2021. You really had to push and you really had to apply yourself. And it seems like there was a lot of obstacles, and some of them could even still be looming for you. Some of them were like pretty difficult, like hills to climb, so to speak. And I don't know if you've had like a renewal of faith. There's something here to indicate that some kind of like return to faith, whether it's a return to like prayer or a return to just hope or things that are unseen, maybe your connection with Source, with God, however you verb that, is going to become like even stronger in your life in the next year. Something is going to happen to affirm your faith is what I'm really trying to say here, which is really cool. And faith in whatever. It doesn't have to be Source, God. Even faith in that something's going to happen, that something's going to break, that something's going to finally give way for you, that things maybe are going to become a little bit easier. You're coming to the end of this cycle of 5s, right? 55 is the highest number that the referee can count to. So either you're about to break the rules, or somebody maybe has broken the rules, and there may be like an opportunity for you to justify things coming up in the very near future. A situation arises for you to help somebody that's in need, or you yourself could be helped out by external factors because of your faith. This is what this is showing. You could also see that if you've been saving up money to go to school, to university, to college, if you've been saving up money to do something to increase your status in life or the world, this sort of stuff is happening for you by May of 2022. And in general, what's coming towards you is going to be a lessening, not like a lesson that you learn, although I do get a sense of some schooling going on or some learning going on. But when I talk about lesson, I mean like an easing of burden is about to occur for you. Things are not going to be as hard for you next year as they have been this year, because it seems like this year there were many obstacles that were in your path. Some of them self-imposed, others because you had no control over them, right? With the Hierophant there, it's almost as though like things happened in your life as a result of you needing to reaffirm your faith. It's like when you have a toothache, you don't really think about your teeth. And then if you get a toothache, it's like all you can think about is your teeth and how much better you wish you were taking care of your teeth, right? God works the same way. If you're not suffering, if you're not having any trouble, if you're feeling completely connected and everything is peaches and cream, roses and clover, and everything, sunshine and lollipops, unicorns and all that, then we don't stay connected. We don't stay aligned with our faith because there's no need for it. Things are running smooth, right? No need to fix it if it's not broken, kind of thing. But if it does start to make noise, if it does feel like it's breaking down, that's when we return to faith and be like, I have the power. You have the power, Emmanuel, to fix it. Because of the faith, the belief that you have in yourself and the faith that you have in Spirit, Source, and God, that things are going to direct you back into a path where you'd be swimming freely again. It's hard to have one or the other. I know, and that's why these 5s are here, because it doesn't feel like it's balanced out, and the reason for it is because it can't be balanced out. It's hard to be very close to Source when everything's going good. Because when everything's going good, it's like, let's just go out, do more. Let's have more happiness. Let's have more bliss. And everybody wants that, and that's great. But when there's that lack of bliss, when there's that lack of easy good times, that's when it's like this return to faith becomes like rock steady and rock solid in our life. And so that's what I see. I don't see bad thing happening to you. I see an easing of things, but it's keeping you in that flow, generally speaking, so that you don't lose faith, but you also don't lose out, or you're not made to suffer too much. It's about finding that balance. Things not necessarily being balanced, but Source giving you the strength to achieve balance with a decent respect of what it means to maintain that balance. So hopefully that makes sense for you. These double 5s up here. And it's going to be okay. It's going to clear. Something's going to happen. You're either going to get the money that you need to go to school or to increase your status. Somebody's coming around. They're going to Jen Psaki. They're going to circle back and help you out. Or you are circling back to help somebody out, which is going to void or clear some old karma in your life in the first 5 months of 2022. And then bing, it's sunshine and lollipops. It hasn't been easy for you. It's getting there, but let's get through this first half of 2022, and then you're going to be like, hey, pain's gone, suffering's gone, and now I know just because we're not suffering, I'm not going to distance myself from Source. I'm going to pray in the good times and the bad times. Good times, bad times, I've had my share. All right, Emmanuel, hopefully that resonated for you. Good to have you on the program. Thumbs up. All right. Who's next after Emmanuel? Anybody know? I don't know. Thanks for being on the program. Oh, Beatrice. If Beatrice is still here, it'd be great to talk to you. If not, we got a slew of people waiting for a slew of people. Not a swamp. Notice I didn't say the swamp. It's a slew. A slug. A slug. We've got Beatrice, Josephina, Brianna, Jasmine, Audrey, Chrissy, Scarlett, and Emily. Thanks so much for being here. Merry Crystalis, everyone. So happy I could spend some time. This is going to be my last broadcast of 2021, the year that should have never been allowed to be, right? Good thing the new variant isn't called joy. Could you imagine everybody running around spreading joy? Go to COVID jail. Go to COVID quarantine. But I'm just spreading joy. But joy is super transmissible. Joy is super transmissible. It's what you need. Not the Omicron. More like, I'm going to eat some turkey. Nom, 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 nom. That's what it should be called. That's what I wish it was called. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And some shiny new ears. All right. Second call for Beatrice. Hi, Jasmine. Good to see you. Good to see you. And Josephina as well. We'll give Beatrice one last call. I know sometimes you got to wait a long time. But it's kind of like, remember when you remember bellies? What the fuck is going on here? Like, remember when you're sitting around the Christmas tree and, like, I don't know how it was with your family or in your family, but, like, my family, like, you had to open your present. Not everybody wasn't just allowed to just dive into the presents and just rip it all open. You had to, like, each grab a present, sit around in a circle, and it's like, everybody watch Uncle Albert open his present, and everybody watch Jeannie Two Shoes open her present, and everybody watch you open your present. And it's like, oh God, can I just open my present already? Do I have to wait? Do I really have to wait and see what great Aunt Janice got Uncle Albert? No, I just want my He-Man Star Transformer Destroyer. That's all. All I want for Christmas is you. We remember. Hi, Eve. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Okay, Beatrice must have had to go. So, Josephina, is your turn. Then goes Brianna, Jasmine, Audrey, Chrissy, Scarlett, Emily, and now Eve. Good to have you here, Eve. We're really happy you could join us. It's our resident cook, ladies and gentlemen. Eve is chef extraordinaire. She gives us soul food while we're doing this stuff. Remember. I do remember. All right, Josephina, you can drop your query. Drop your query in the box, and I'll do a reading and give you a Christmas present, which is probably underwear and socks. Socks. That's the hard knocks of Christmas. You get giant underwear. It's a doggy dog world, and I'm wearing milk bone underwear. As a normie used to say, where do I stand? Not sure where I'm headed in the eyes of the world. In the eyes of the world. In the arms of the angels. Remember when they used to play that song and show starving kids from Africa to make you feel really bad? Yeah, that's a rough go. That's a rough go. All right. In the eyes of the world. Okay, I'll get serious, Josephina. Where do I stand? Not sure where I'm headed in the eyes of the world. Remember, ask not what you can do for the world. Ask what the world can do for you. Yeah. Yeah, everybody loves new socks. From the homeless right on up to the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Some die with a name, some die nameless. Okay, let's have a look for Josephina. Where does Josephina stand? Not sure where she's headed in the eyes of the world. We just like to get a quick glimpse. Not even quick. Just give us a glimpse for Josephina's standing, please. All right. I think we're ready to go. Stand firm. That's good advice. What is it? Stand in the place that you were. Now face west. Look at yourself. Wonder why you haven't now. Okay, that's a little old REM for your Christmas bucket. All right. 8 of Swirls, 2 of Wands. Yeah. Don't worry, Josephina. This lets me know this is internal, right? Okay. This is you and the world. This is... I should have made myself bigger for this broadcast because sometimes I do this. You and the world, right? What's the world have to offer? What does the world want? Well, we can't tell because it's over here and there's space. What does Josephina have to offer and what does Josephina want? Okay, they're inseparable. They're like, they can't connect. They're butting heads right now, right? We need to, pow! Like, you know the TikTok videos where they go, and then boom, everything changes. All their clothes fall off, right? It's just a simple edit. And it is. What it is, Josephina, is a simple trick of the mind. 8 of Swords here. The world is not changing without you. You, however, are changing without the world. And that's okay. That's a good thing. Because all you can do is stand in the place where you are. The past and the future are illusions. They're misconceptions. They don't truly exist. Whatever happened to you in your past is no longer real. It may be relevant, but it's no longer real. So remember that. If it's presenting in your thought forms as being like real and you feel like you can't do that because if I did that, it means I wouldn't have learned from a past mistake. Then you've got to evaluate. You've got to weigh the two options. All right. Am I a gambler or am I a play it safer? And if you're a play it safer, then we're not going to do that again. But if that's the case, if you like to play it safe, we got to find another way. We've maybe got to change our path. We maybe got to have a change in thinking, a change in direction, so that we're not faced with a either or a which would you rather type situation. Nobody likes that game, which would you rather, right? But this is simply what the Two of Wands is asking you. It's asking you, what do you have to offer and what do you want? Wand, what do you want? It's what you want. What you want. What do you want and what do you have to offer? Okay? That's how you know where you stand. Boom. It's not more difficult than that. What do you have to offer and what do you want? Get a little piece of paper. I forgot my pen today, but get a piece of paper and a pen. Write it down. 2 columns, debits, credits. You're not an accountant, but pros and cons, we're not weighing those. What you have to offer and what you want, right? And don't be self-critical if what you have to offer doesn't seem like a lot. There's always more that we have to offer than we realize. Sometimes, it takes a little bit of help from our friends or the people who can see us from the outside in to let us know what we have to offer. And I'm not saying run out and seek validation from all your friends about how amazing a person you are. But what I'm saying is pick up on the cues or the clues that your friends or your family, they respond to when you are thinking a certain way, behaving a certain way, because it's like a big giant mirror. You can tell if you're having a mood or if you're feeling insecure or uncertain, the people around you are going to respond to you in a very unsure or insecure manner as well. But if you are feeling sure and secure, you can gauge by their reaction whether they're happy or whether they're butthurt about whether or not you're on the right path. And knowing what you have to offer is much more than tangible things. You said, I don't know if the direction I'm heading is good in the eyes of the world. Well, who gives a shit about the world? Remember, the world's over here. It can't do nothing. It can't hurt you. It can't help you. It can't do nothing until we open up Josephina and find out what Josephina wants and what Josephina has to offer. Now, when you got those things written down in those 2 columns, what I want and what I have to offer, if you can see any parallels between those things, right? Say, well, I'm a really good driver, right? And I want a job. Okay. Well, I can take a job as a driver. I do really good at it, right? That's just a mundane example, but stay with me for a minute, Josephina. That's the kind of thing where it's like, and you have to include those things. It doesn't have to, like, I'm really good at tying up my shoes, or I am really good with kids, or I am really good with, my nephew or my niece. Like, they love me. So, that is still something that you have to offer. And in the column of what you want, well, if you want the world, if you want to be queen of the world, you want to be king of the world, put that down there. If all you want is bicycle or your 2 front teeth, put that down there too. It may seem simple, it may seem mundane, but if it's something that's going to help you feel like the present moment is the most relevant, the only relevant thing that we have to work with, then that's what we need to write down. That's what we need to do. It seems to me from these cards is that your mind spends too much time thinking about the future or thinking about the past. 4 swords of the past and 4 swords of the future. It turns into a Damocles kind of thing, because if your mind goes there, we're not really present in the moment, right? And if you're finding of the people around you are not really being responsive or not really kind of like validating your behavior one way or another, it's because there's no mindfulness to presence. And that is really key in terms of discovering your standing in the world. We can't know where we stand unless we know where the hell we are. And the only way to know where the hell we are is to be in it, the present moment. Forget the future, forget the past, because that's where this guy's head is right now. And I know you're not this guy, but you're someone like, you're kind of like this guy, right? Here's the past, here's the future. You know, he's holding them both at an arm's length. But he can see so much clearly now, the ships coming in on the horizons. All the things that he wants coming towards him. Because he's not overly consumed with either the past or the future. He's got the choice. The Two of Wands always indicates that it's a card of travel, right? But you've got some energy clearing to do, Josephina, and then you will know exactly where you stand. I can't tell you where you stand in the eyes of the world. Only you can do that, okay? But what this card lets me know is you got to start as well, putting out some of those fires in the mind and returning to a place where you don't let those thought forms drag you away like wild horses, okay? You are not, you don't work for your mind. Your mind works for you. And once you get that little bit of mastery of that stuff happening, you're going to know exactly what you want, and then you're going to know exactly how to get there. And as far as standing goes, just be where you are right here, right now, right? A return to mindfulness, use meditation, use affirmations, use all the tools in the toolbox that you got to bring you to that place of stillness, of presence, of mindfulness, and focus on that and practice that. You could do it every day, every morning when you wake up, being like, oh my God, I'm not dead. Thank God I'm alive. What do you want to do tonight, brain? What do you want to do tonight, Pinky? You can, because in that moment, the world is your oyster. You can go splash some water on your face. You can go jump in a mud puddle. You can go for a cucumber bath. Do whatever you want to do. But be very mindful when you're doing it. Then when you think about opportunities of the future or past mistakes or past successes, they're not going to drag you away like wild horses, because you're going to be standing firmly in the present moment, in the here and the now, through your mindfulness and your stillness and your awareness. And that really is the key. And then that's how the world opens up in front of you. And then it's like, it doesn't matter what your family thinks about you. It doesn't matter what the Pope thinks about you. It doesn't matter what the cat down the street thinks about you. All that matters is what you know to be your own personal infinite truth about your journey, your path. Your path doesn't have to follow the path of planet Earth. It helps if certain things are succinct, but it does, or you'll end up like me, just a regular mess, okay? But at the same time, what I gotta say is, like, it doesn't have to be that way. Forget the world, focus on you, and then the world opens up before you, okay? So, maybe some travel, but let's focus on today, and let's focus on cleaning up the thought forms, and then you'll know exactly where you stand, okay? Yeah, the ships are out there. They are. The ships are coming in. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're going to rock around the Christmas tree. Put your glad rags on. Your glad rags. Glad cling wrap. Put your glad rags on. Join me, hon. That's a stretch for a rapper, for a rhyme. We're going to have some fun till the clock strikes 1. Shout out to Buddy Holly and your Mary Tyler Moore. Okay, Josephina, thanks for being on the program. It was a pleasure to read your cards. We'll see you next time. Check back in with me. Let me know how you're going, right? You're just fine. Just don't worry about what other people are thinking or saying or not thinking or not saying about you right now. That's irrelevant, and it's only bringing you down, and we don't want to see that, okay? Lots of love to you, Josephina. We'll see you very soon on the next program. Next time on The Price is Right. Brianna, if Brianna's still here. Brianna checked in. I don't know if Brianna's still here, but if she is, that'd be great. It goes like this. Brianna, then Jasmine, then Audrey, then Chrissy, then Scarlett, then Emily, and then Eve. So it's Christmas Eve. But it's not Christmas Eve. The time is now 12:16. 16th of December. You're welcome. I'm glad. You should feel refreshed. You should feel... Always take care of your needs. Always take care of your needs. It's a key point. You got to pee, go pee. Doesn't matter if You know, if you got to go and meditate for a little while, you go and meditate. If you got to go silence your mind for a little while, you go and silence your mind for a little while. Oh, HR, I got you. I saw you pump in there. Yes, HR, I'll add you to the list. I'm doing it right now. There it is. All HR. Boop, boop. You're on there, HR. Thanks for being a part. Second call for Brianna 1111. Well, if Brianna's not here, that's okay. She is an old friend of the program. And Jasmine Stonechild, if you're still here, can you let us know? Vask Tech. I don't know what that means. Virginia Tech. Super Saskatchewan. You ever been to Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan. Don't go to Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan, if your dog runs away, you'll be able to see him for 3 days. That's an old Canadian joke. All right. The shiny new chariot. Yes. Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for spending time with us tonight, Ron. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for having your notifications turned on. Logan Cooper, thanks for joining the program. I don't know what Vask Tech is, but thanks for saying something. Yeah, good luck on that car. You can do it. You can do it. Put your tires into it. All right, Jasmine, you're up. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want. Anything at all. How many times have I told you that before? How you ding-dong, you silly. All right. It's been a while. Tori G, welcome. Welcome, Tori G. Tori G in the house. You're in a house. Never understood that. I want to do a video of like fireside rap lyrics where it's like I will say out the famous rap lyrics, but I'll do them like with an old English accent, right? I'd love to see how that would turn out. Be like, what would be a good example? You're welcome, Tori G. Will I be successful career-wise in 2022, 2022, 2020, 2020, 2020, 2022, 2022, 20 also. We're not 20 anymore. Remember when I used to be old? Now I'm super old. Show me Jasmine's career, successful career. Will Jasmine be successful career in 2022? $2022 for Jasmine. All right, Jasmine, here we go. All right. What we got for Jasmine? Boom. Scorpio. What is that all about? Four of Cups. Up. What is up? Four of Cups. Transformation and change. I think it's time. I think it's definitely time. Okay. It's going to happen late in the year. I think November. Next November, something's going to happen. We asked for 2022. Whatever comes along for you in April, be careful of it. Be wary of it. There's a lot of tricksters out there. There's a lot of pyramid schemers. There's a lot of dream dashers out there. People that like to suck you in, to give you credit only to keep you in debt kind of thing. To offer you opportunity only to keep you down and keep you working for them. So whatever's coming along in April, make sure you evaluate it very strongly. But the feeling I have, Jasmine, is that this is an entrepreneurial energy. This is an energy of enterprise. Death is awesome. It just is. This is an energy of enterprise, of self-promotion that's leading to your career success. I don't see you working for anyone. but there's going to be people that take notice of what you're doing around April, and then they may ask you to come work for them, and it may seem like a really stable opportunity. Not that you'll have to go into the office or anything, but they'd want you to do it for them or on their behalf. But before you sign anything over, intellectual property, anything like that, take a long, hard look at the big picture, at the long run, because he's awesome. This is just it's just big energy, right? Major Arcana number 13 on career reading. It's a sign of transformation, the end of old ways, the end of old long sufferings, the great awakening from a deeper slumber, from a deeper sleep. And then this comes up and it's like it wakes you up and you find new keys, you find new peeps, you find new opportunities, you find new places. It's all about newness, okay? It's not about oldness. This is all about waking up, not falling asleep type thing, okay? The Rose of Sharon, get your Google machine out, Google up the Rose of Sharon, right? You'll get a lot of good information, spiritual tips, as it were, when it comes to your enterprising spirit. So that's really good. Whatever it is, the creative element that comes to it, if at first, even if you're working at it, and it seems like I can't sell any of it, or I can't get it to catch on, I can't get it to trend, or I can't get investors or people to buy into it on your third or fourth attempt, don't worry about it. Keep at it. The death card says this pony's on the right trail. This pony is on the right track. Whatever it is, this idea that you have for your self-promotion in your business is going the right, unique way that it's meant to go. But if it takes some different tries or different ways of presenting it before it catches on or it clicks for other people or it becomes marketable, that's okay. Don't give up. It's like, WD-40? The spray, it's what do they call that? It's a slippery spray. It's the slippery spray, right? It's a penetrating fluid that you use. You got a rusty old bolt and you can't get it off, and you spray some WD-40 on it. There it goes. The reason it's called WD-40, I don't know about the WD part. But the number 40 in it was because the guy that invented the WD-40. That was his 40th attempt to try and make the WD-40 do what the WD-40 was meant to do. Took him 40 tries, right? He didn't give up and eventually became a huge success, right? But it took quite a while for that to happen. It took a lot of trial and error. And I don't think it's going to be a lot of trial and error, but if it's not happening in the first half dozen times, don't give up on it because it's important, it's relevant, and it's real, and the world needs it. That's what the death card is saying. Okay? Persistence. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Persistence. You always know how to compliment my brain. And not by being like your brain is great, but saying your brain is missing the word for sure. All right, Jasmine? Such a pleasure to chat with you. And I am sure that I will chat with you again in the very near future. Okay? Check back in with us. Good to have you, Jasmine. All right. That's Jasmine, everybody. Oh my goodness, we're just rolling right along here. I'm Kermit D. Frog, broadcasting from an undisclosed location in the most dense part of the Matrix universe place that ever was. Later on, Fozzie Bear. All right, that was a terrible Kermie. Oh, Kermie. I do a better Miss Piggy. All right. Okay, we got Audrey. If Audrey's still here, it's your turn. Chrissy, then Scarlett, then Emily, then Eve, then HR, then Tori G. Whiz. What a relief it is. Pop, pop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. All right. And Bubbles right up there. Bubbles on up, Bubbles on down. Hey, Bubs. Way she goes, Bubs. Fuck you, Ricky. Oh, oops, sorry. Right. From a marble. From a statue. All right. Relax. Don't do it. All right. Audrey, hit me with your best shot. Fire away. We read for you in November, I think. It's coming for me early 2022. Let's have a look. All right. All right, this was general, but I grabbed the Mystic Dreamers Tarot, so we're going to go with it. You know, right action always occurs, right, Audrey? Mind if I call you Audrey? I hope you don't mind. I'm so glad that the people that have come for readings are all people's names that I can pronounce. That's really good. I used to have a hell of a time back when we first started out doing live streams, and everybody comes to the new guy when they first start out. They're like, "Oh, let's see." And there were all these people, I couldn't pronounce their names, but I didn't care. That's besides the point. That's just a pointless story for another time. But it just goes to show that right action is always on. It's like gravity. Right action always works. Okay? Right. Michael Myers. That's funny because we were hot off the heels of Halloween. You know that show, I Can See Your Voice? It's because they have really bad breath. Hi, Callum. Welcome to the program. You're not banned. You're not banned. You can be in the band. I'll add you to the list, Callum. I'll just check you in real quick, and then we'll do a reading for Audrey. What's coming for Audrey early 2020, 2022? All right, let's see. Nice, the Star card. Yes, that's really good. Ooh, and an Ace of Wands. All right. This is a good stiff one. This is a good stiff one. Hey, not a drink. I'm not talking about a drink. Okay. Look at this. Wishes of inspiration are coming true. These are really good cards. This is a really good combo. This is better than a Western burger with crossy cut fries. This is the good stuff right here, Audrey. So with the Star and the Ace of Wands, this is saying 2022, early 2022, because that's the time frame we asked about, is a powerful manifestation time for you. I don't know what your astrology is. The fact that we're in the age of Aquarius, it doesn't even matter what your astrology is anymore, which is kind of nice. We can do away with all that old energy. But for you personally, what the innate 78 is saying, okay, wish it, not Disney style. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Okay, your dreams come true. Wish it, write it down, save it, don't obsess over it, and then boom, you make it happen. Remember, thought becomes reality. And a way to catalyze that or enable that is to use your pen. Use your pen and paper, use your thoughts, write it, make those wishes, wish on those stars, set those goals, loft those aspirations, loft them, throw them up there like a big old grapefruit, and then hit them out of the park with your pen and paper. The pen is mightier than the sword. See the little lady down there? She's like looking at her journal and she's got her pen right there. It's good. You can write that shit down. Write that stuff down. Don't just dream it at night. You write it down. Now, this goes into some, speaking of Michael Myers, how about Wayne Dyer? One of those old wake 'em up kind of guys. He used to say the 5 minutes before bed and the 5 minutes when you first wake up in the morning, those are the times when your subconscious at its most poignant. Yeah, I know big words too. They're at their most poignant, which means it's powerful at that time. So this is the time where it's like you can mesh what you want to happen into reality by keeping those things bridged between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. That's what this star is all about. She's coming from a dreamlike place, trying to make it reality. And the Ace of Wands here is supporting it, is like being like, write it down, take some action on it, because the Ace of Wands is the best way of action. That's the best way to do it. Okay? That's the catalyst. So as for what's going to happen to you in 2022, it's less about that as to what are you going to make happen in early 2022. And you'll find through practice or even just through synchronicities and circumstance that the thing that happens to you is the thing that you thought was going to happen to you. Remember, thought forms become reality. If these are things that feel like they're outside your circumstances, the only thing that I could see happening to you in early 2022 that you absolutely didn't foresee maybe or create that could affect you, maybe you see a meteor or a shooting star, or maybe you take a really deep dickin', and which could be really nice for you, right? And it's not meant to poke fun. It's the Ace of Wands. It's what it's all about. So we'll pull no punches here. Could be in for some good loving, right? And as well, the river of love, the river of, if you are in receiving mode or giving mode, remember the ebb and flow of giving and receiving when things happen to you and you make things happen. Remember to let your karma flow across or through your path, right? So that you're constantly living in a state of grace. That way, boom, you don't get knocked through obstacles or anything like that. The Tao Te Ching states, and this is really counterintuitive right now because the world is preaching safety and security to us while feeding us fear. And the Tao Te Ching says the only way to truly know that you're safe and secure is to not be afraid. So, if there's anything that you're scared of right now, don't be afraid of it. It's fine. Go out. Crack that oyster wide open. Make the world your thing, right? You're from another world. You're from another planet, just like me. Don't worry. We're just here having a party. It's just a big party. So nothing serious is going to come in there. There's no serious setbacks for you in 2022, but there is a great window of opportunity for manifestation for you early 2022, which is kind of nice. All right. Stop telling me what to do, Callum. Stop telling me what to do. It'll be your turn when it's your turn, okay? Don't worry, Callum. I got you. You're just down on the list a little bit. And remember, it's free, so sometimes you get what you pay for, which is nothing. Just kidding. Those are great cards. Love you, Callum. Lots of love. And lots of love to Audrey. It was a pleasure to have you. My Michael Myers years might be over. Yeah, don't forget to write that stuff down. It's really good for you. All right, so the list goes like this. That was Audrey. So we've got Chrissy Chandler. Chrissy Chandler, if you're still here, go ahead and post. Then we got Scarlett, then Emily, then Eve, then HR, then Tori G, and then Callum. You're welcome so much. Namaste a while. Namaste. Nah, I'm not going to go anywhere. Namaste. Namaste. I'm not going to say. But I'm serious about that astrology business. Okay, we are now in the age of Aquarius, which means it doesn't matter what sign you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Remember The Rock? It doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, it's over. It's all good, Cal. We love you. We love y'all. We love y'all. Relax. Don't do it when you want to step to it. Relax. Don't do it. Oh, I forgot the next line of that song. I don't even know how that goes. Okay. Second call for Chrissy Chandler. It's all good, though. Chrissy knows where to find us. She's been coming around to the program for a long time. We don't go on. We're not on air. We don't broadcast that often. If you're here getting the reading, you wound up in a special place because we're not pumping out shit here. This is quality for the hidden, for the people that have the in. This is good. I like it. Me likes it a lot. Okay. Third and final boarding call for Chrissy Chandler. And then Scarlett. I think it's probably getting a little bit late for the people down east, but that's okay. We'll keep it rolling. What happens is they went out to feed their kitty or pet their dog or, fly their bird. And then they get passed on the list. And then they come back and they say, did I miss my turn? And I said, yeah, you missed your turn. The clock on the wall says 3 o'clock. Last call for alcohol. All right. Scarlett. Second call for Scarlett. I'm eating beef bologna. Bologna. My bologna has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. My bologna has a second name. It's M-E-Y-E-R. Oscar Mayer has a way with B-L-O-A-N-G-N-N-E-Y. Bologna. You didn't, Eve. You spelled baloney wrong. I think baloney is spelled like this: Bologna. I think I spelled it wrong too. I got a girl named Boney Maroney. She's so cheesy like Boney, or like a Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. Stuck a feather in his cap and called it beef bologna. All right. Well, it's good that you're hungry. We got Eve here, so that's good. Bologna. Oh, goodness. That's good. Yeah. All right. All right. Scarlett missed out. Emily. Is Emily still here? People had to wait a while. These people were down on the list, and I get long-winded. Sometimes I just straight up get winded. So it's first call right now for Emily. The Dark Cheesecake Factory, brown bread, and Bologna beef. But super thankful. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I've had many a days eating Bologna sandwiches, wishing I had salami. Totally get where you're coming from. You know, it's good to have some Tums or some Rolaids kicking around if you're putting back the Bologna, especially if you're frying that up. Ooh, shit'll kill you faster than cigarettes and Red Bull. All right, third and final boarding call for Emily. All right, then after Emily, then it's Eve. Eve. It's Christmas, Eve. I like that. It's Christmas, Eve. Eve, it's Christmas. Eve. Spicy Indian Playboy. What is up? Will you date a white woman soon in good shape? Maybe. Why she gotta be white, huh? Don't you know you're speaking with the leftists? Don't you know you're speaking with the woke mob? We don't see race anymore, man, pal. We don't see that race anymore. Just kidding. Eggs for dinner isn't racist. You're racist for thinking it's racist. Just kidding. We got a lot of problems. COVID, global warming. They shut that shit off today. It was like minus 30 here. All right. Okay. Indian Playboy, we can throw you down on the list. But you'll just have to wait your turn because we got a few people ahead of you. Then I can answer your question. Can skip me. Always, let's not scare people. All right. You know what? Just for that, Eve, I'm gonna give you the Tarot Man special. I'm gonna give you the Tarot Man special for being such an amazing person. No, I know. I'm just playing with you, Playboy. I'm a play man. I'm a play man. Don't worry about me. I don't believe it. Eve. Okay? To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. Was that Ecclesiastics? There's a season to everything, okay? And change is inevitable. I got a little change in my pocket going jing-a-ling-a-ling. Gotta get you on the telephone, baby. Gotta give you a ring. But every time we talk, I get the same old thing about that baloney-noney see and that baloney-loney thing. Okay? What did she say? Don't put my love up on no shelf. She said, don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Just kidding. Lots of love, Eve. You got the card of change from the Oracle. So just be ready for it. Okay? And I know it's overdue. You need some good luck. You need some good fortune. So that's really good. Okay. I'll put you down on the list there, Playboy. Let's just get everybody caught up to speed on the list. Okay. Last person, I'll just put in Playboy. Okay. We've got HR, if HR is still here. We've got you. Goes HR, then Tory G, then Callum, and then Spicy Indian Playboy. Like, give me some butter chicken. Give me that naan bread. Give me that naan bread. I love that shit. Absolutely 100%. Thanks for the compliment, SIP. I'll call you SIP because it's less syllables for me. HR says, what's coming next in my love situation? We were talking about Celine Dion. Could never pronounce love. She always just said love. Love. I love you. All right. HR, we're gonna go into the Mystic Dreamers Tarot for this question because it is about love. I love to love you. I love to love you. Okay. All right, what's coming next for HR's love situation? What's coming next in HR's love situation? What is coming next in a love situation? All right, HR, we're going to cut the deck. We'll go to it. Thanks for being patient. I know you had to wait a while. Not many people have that virtue, but props to you for having it. Temperance, nice. And the Hermit. Okay, so Major Arcana on 2 occasions, right? Big news on the playing courts when we got Major Arcana. Let's begin with Temperance. Temperance is a stillness. It comes from temperament, okay? I'm not sure temper is the root word. To temper something means to like make it stable, make it strong, make it good, right? And when people say you have a temper, it means you're mad, but people get mad in order to try and correct things. So that was kind of like it was kind of like a perversion of the world to be like temper. Temperance is actually a good thing. Everybody has a temperament. Everybody has a temper. So when it comes to temperance in your love life, what we can glean from the root meaning of this word, aside from the imagery in the card, is that we're looking at a formation. We're looking at a balancing, at a stabilization in your love life or in your love situation. This running water will soon become still because she's taking some of it up in her cups so that it can be shared. And the Temperance is an amazing card because no matter most of the decks that you see Temperance in, the lady is holding the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is the card of like kinship and dating and friendship and relationship, which is very nice. So your love situation is going to become still again. And by still, I don't mean non-existent. By still, I mean stable. By being made ready to be tempered, ready to be made strong again, ready to be made more balanced again, and easily, like when the water's all rushing by you, you feel all out of control. But when you hold just a little bit of water in your hand, now you can walks downstairs alone or in pairs or makes a slinkity. You can manipulate's the wrong word. You can control it a little bit. You can get a handle on it. So if there's been emotions that have been volatile lately, or perhaps there's been a situation where it's like you're feeling cut off or lonely, because the Hermit card is here, we've got to address it, right? If somebody's feeling like, oh man, I wish things could grow. I wish things would change. I wish somebody would change. I wish something would grow. I wish something would happen to me. I wish somebody would finally declare or tell me how they're thinking. And then it would make that all seem well. The Hermit can be really, really stubborn. And if this is just a situation of a Sagittarius and a Virgo, then so be it. But if we're looking at the true meanings of this card, the Temperance and the Hermit, they're very complementary for one another, right? The Hermit is going to be like, yes, I like the stability. I like the commitment. I like the solid foundation of the rock of whatever this love situation, this love relationship is built on. So what I can tell you as a reader when I see this, in terms of your question of what's coming next in my love situation, is try not to rush it. Try not to push it. Try not to do too much with it. Allow it to flow, allow it to be, and just capture what little bit of it you can. You don't have to go miles out of your way, and nobody's going to force you or ask you to go miles out of your way, HR, in order for things to become tempered, for things to become more even-keeled, as we say here up in the Great White North, right? More steady, rock steady. So your love situation is going to really begin to settle down. It's really, and if you're single, and I'm sorry, I don't know your personal situation, but you're certainly in a situation, it's going to become less volatile and more stable. End of day. And as far as a time frame on this thing, it really doesn't show that, because we're dealing mostly with major arcana, but it's like kind of life changing. It's going to be like you're going to be given the clue that finally, thank God, I finally got the confirmation, the affirmation that I needed, or commitment. Maybe if somebody's searching for a commitment in this situation, is going to come. And you can finally, like, whew, cat's out of the bag. Thank you. Who am I going to thank? Thank you, right? And I'm thanking you for knowing exactly. My Christina Aguilera is off too. I just cannot do a good impression tonight. But the Temperance and the Hermit is really good. Yeah, so it's going to settle down. The cat will come out of the bag. And you're in no communication, your love. So you're going to figure out what that's all about, right? That's the Hermit card, the loneliness. And I had that feeling that you're just kind of like feeling cut off a little bit. So the emotional volatility surrounding how you feel about not being in communication, that's going to settle out. Okay. And then as far as your love situation, you're finally going to know, you're going to get the confirmation whether it comes from that person, because no communication is still a form of communication. Remember that. So you're going to come to terms with that. Okay. You're going to come to terms of, like, maybe this person is not your person. Right? And that's going to have to settle down. That's going to be the rushing waves of emotion that come over you when you finally maybe come to a place of acceptance about that, which is tough. And HR, you've been with us for a time, and my heart goes out to you on that one. If that's the case, so you're in no contact and no communication. But there comes a time where you gotta lasso that heart. You gotta get up on your pony and say, all right, this is no longer going to affect the way I feel or the way I think, because you've been in it for quite some time now, right? It's going to be less volatile and more stable, right? It's like, do you ever lose something? Maybe not your keys or your phone. Forget about that. But you ever lose something that's only like kind of important? It'd be nice if you could find it, but we don't really have to like destroy the house to find it right now. Those things, they show up the moment you stop looking for them, right? You know, it's like your screwdriver, like my screwdriver. I can't find my screwdriver. Well, that's fine. I'll just go ahead and use a wrench instead, right? Then I go off searching for my wrench, and what do I find? The screwdriver, right? Love and relationships work a lot in the same way. As soon as you pull your thought forms and your energy away from that person, that's when that person ends up trying to come and find you or trying to reach out to you. So my advice, I know you didn't come here for advice, you came here for a reading, is to not think about this person so much. Shut your energy, shut your flow of energy off. Take the cup up for whatever it's worth to you, okay? And start expressing your kinship and your love in new directions. But you're going to come to terms with it. It's going to seem a lot less volatile. Just remember, no communication is a form of communication. All right? Lots of love, HR. My heart goes out to you on that one. That's never a nice situation. A lerve situation. Sounds like a lack of lerve situation. All right, HR, much love. Thanks for being here. So we got Tori G, Callum, and then the Spicy Indian Playboy. I like that. Spicy Indian Playboy. It's great. All right. Yeah, waiting. Stop waiting. Stop. Get out of that hermit energy. We don't like the hermit. We like the temperance. Right? You're welcome. You're welcome. Don't worry. It's not going to feel as serious or so out of control. Your mind is really going to put the hammer down in the next little while and be like, we're not going to feel so whacked out by this person anymore. All right. Lots of love. And thanks for returning, Empress. We got Tori G. She got the squid capillar. Yeah, and remember, the thing that you're looking for, it shows up when you stop looking for it. It's like Tigger always says. You know Tigger? That's not a racist. Maybe you're not allowed to reference Tigger anymore. I don't know. But remember, T is with a T. He used to say you're going to find it in the last place that you look. Because you will stop looking. You'll have found it. So whatever you're looking for will always be in the last place that you look. Okay? That's from the Tao of Pooh. Choo choo. Chugga 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 chugga. Chugga 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 chugga. Choo choo. Choo choo kaboo. Oh, and do you know, what's her name? Joyce, is it Joyce Chauville Shin? Chauville Shin? Joyce Chauville. There was this lady, and she wrote books like back in the 1920s, like over 100 years ago. And she knew about like the law of attraction long before it became popular. And she would write in her books about invocations that she would do for people who were looking for love and like couldn't, like their person wasn't like coming to them. And in her affirmations or her invocations, what she would say is that if you don't get Billy or Joni or Georgie or Chuck or Susie down the street, then in your prayers and in your meditations, ask for their equivalent. So when you say Joni or Susie or Bob is going to come to me, say Joni, Susie, or Bob or their equivalent will arrive in my life to satisfy my love needs. Yeah, so Joyce Scoville Shin, I think is her name. HR, I would recommend while you're waiting, you can check it out at the library, or they have this thing now called Google. You can use it, I think, to just type or say stuff to it, and then it shows you. Check out some of her books, because she's really good if you're looking to move on from a person or to invocate action into a situation. She's really good at explaining how to do that. Better than this old donkey. Me. Tori G, general relationship. I am in a relationship. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Okay. Absolutely. Check it out. Joyce Scoville Shin, I think is her name. A general reading for Tori G, please. No, you're good. You're good, Tori. It's been a while since I read for you. I'm thinking. Lincoln, I've been thinking. Lincoln. All right. General reading, please. 2 general cards for Tori G, please. General cards for Tori G. All right. The Tao of Pooh? The Tao of Pooh? The Now of Pooh? The world. 2021 is coming to an end. Look at that. The big 21 is coming to an end. It's good. Oh, nice. I don't want to be spoiler alert, but you got the Prince of Cups up here in the world. So you could be getting a gift, a very nice, impressive style gift from your person or from somebody. Somebody's going to like really turn up the gift giving. Either this is you or this. Oh, you remember the cards you got last time? Ace of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm surprised you remember what you got. I let go of the readings as soon as I give them. Like, I like to remember people, but I don't like to remember the readings that I gave before. I don't like building a narrative around people's stories. I like to let the tarot just speak for what it's wanting to say right now in the question that's asked. But it's really cool that you remembered. I don't know. Hopefully these readings resonate. But Tori G, we got the Prince of Cups in the world. So New Year's, you're getting a big gift, or you're getting a big opportunity or offering. And I don't mean to be a spoiler. So try to act surprised when you get this gift, when you get this display of affection or love. It doesn't necessarily have to come in the form of a tangible gift. It could come for Christmas. I think it's coming for New Year's. But the New Year's as well, showing the Prince of Cups is very adept at being in the flow of giving and receiving as well. Not only when it comes to emotions, but when it comes to presence, just being there. So it's like you're going to be giving and you're going to be receiving. I don't think things are being asked of you so much, but you're going to really feel on top of your life in early 2022. It's going to be like you're going to be like on this foundation, on this big rock. And I don't know if it's physical. The vision is actually pretty strong of you standing on a great big rock. I don't know if you're planning on going hiking or traveling or doing a tour or something like that, but you're going to be feeling on very solid ground, on very firm foundation. You're going to have nothing coming along that's testing your faith, really. And even if something did come along to test your faith, be it in relationship or otherwise, you would be unwavering. You're not going to be falling for losing faith just because you hit a bump in the road. But I don't necessarily see any bumps in the road. I also get this strong feeling like you and your partner is kind of like a story of opposites attract. You share some commonalities, but there is really kind of this world that separates you, which is really nice, because it seems to me that the us part of the relationship is in the right spot. Like, it's not like, what can I get out of the relationship? Or the other person saying, what can I get out of the relationship? It's more like, how are we working together to promote happiness and faith for our success together? Which is really kind of nice. But you guys are kind of world apart sometimes. Like, there are so many strong differences between the two of you, but it doesn't get you down. It doesn't, because the foundation, you're standing on the rock, it still seems so very firm in that way. The only thing I can see here is that how love is expressed and defined, are you guys on the same page with that? Or does sometimes that kind of like cause some, not misunderstandings, but some like, what are you thinking? Where did that come from? Like, are you really left field? Are you really? And don't let it get you down or get you all Twitter-pated. Well, get Twitter-pated or confused. Sorry, confusion is nothing new, because it's allowed to be. So remember, when you're feeling like you're in different moods, your person also fluctuates from side to side like a great pendulum in regards to the mood and the ebb and flow. But there's a lot of water flowing in these cards. You see the waterfall here and the waterfall here and the water rushing over the rocks here, but the horse is on secure rocks. And then we've got the lion and the ox over here being like, I know we're different, but do you see that we are the same? Do you understand that we're the same in, the eyes of the world, so to speak? So it's this understanding that is leading to this success. And there will be a gift of understanding coming for you. But act surprised when you get the gift or when you hear the news. Because it's either a gift or a very good news coming your way right around New Year's or shortly after in this situation, which is really nice. You might just be going out and doing something quite extravagant. There's a lot of luxury or opulence presented in these cards as well. So it should be nice. It should be a nice holiday for you. It should be a nice start to 2022 for you. Okay? So hopefully that resonated with you, Tori G. Thank you for being on the program. Always good to see you, Tori. It's been a minute. It's been a while. And now we've got Callum. We've got Callum and we've got the Spicy Indian Playboy. And that might be it. That might be a wrap for today's program. Unless there's anybody who's here who's lurking around not saying anything in the chat. But if not, we've been pumping out the readings. So it might be a good time to call it for the night. To everything, turn. Yeah. What? The world is hurling through space at like 3 million miles an hour? Oh yeah, bud. Don't forget it either. Chim 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 chimney chim chim chiroo. Hi Chim HHH. Welcome to the show. I'll check you in. I will check you in, and then I will do Callum's reading because Callum has been very patient. Chim chimney chim chim chiroo. Fuck, you don't look like Mary Poppins. Mary popping off. Mary popping over here and popping. Merry Crystalis, everybody. Merry Crystalis. All right. Should I go to the appointment with Elvin in mid-January? Legolas. Bring it down, Legolas. Okay, just kidding, Elvin. There's just a little play on words there. All right, Callum. We'll get serious for you for a minute. Chim chimney, chim chim. Okay. Should Callum go to the appointment with Elvin in mid-January? Should Callum go to the appointment with Elvin in mid-January? Should Callum go to the appointment with Elvin in mid-January? All right, let's check it out. Check it out. All right. 10 of Cups, the card of perpetual bliss. And the Empress. Who are you, dude? That's a yes. Make it happen. Making it work takes a little longer. Making it work takes a little time, darling. Pow, pow. You pack a pretty punch. Okay? This is an overwhelming, resounding yes for the purposes of this reading. We've got the card of manifestation from the Major Arcana, number 3, the Empress. You can have what you want, be what you want. Sky is the limit, and you know that you can have what you want, be what you want. Okay? It's good. It's good. Make it happen. Okay? I don't know. Maybe it's just a Taurus involved, and I'm blowing it all out of proportion. But I don't think so. There's a law of happiness to be gained. I asked if you should go to the appointment. And look at this. We got happiness over here. Happiness over there. Happiness way up there. Wave your hands in the air. Shake your derriere. These 3 words, when you're getting busy, whoop, go to the appointment. Okay? Go to appointment with Elvin. Absolutely. Reasons why? There's too much to be missed out on if you don't. Right? These are just overwhelming yes cards on a yes or no. What more can we say about your situation? If you're working towards a common goal, you know, okay, let's look at the other side of it, because I don't want to cheap you out of your time, Callum, just because it was a yes or no question. And I do love yes or no questions because they're quick and simple and easy, but I'm not going to cheap you out of a general reading just because you asked a yes or a no question. Let's take, for example, if the opposite were true. The reasons why you might not go to the appointment, right? What could they be? Well, apprehension, fear, disdain, resentment, all those things that make you sick. Not with Omicron. Omicron. Just kidding. These are things that if you let go of all guilt, resentment, regret, bliss is the only thing that can happen. The only thing that can happen to you. And no matter what the outcome of the appointment, I see the outcome being very good. I mean, the Empress is nonetheless, right? The only thing why you wouldn't manifest goodness out of it would be because of doubt and fear, regret, or resentment. So if you have any of that kind of creeping up, like the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout, right? Any hurt from the past, anything like you wear like a badge of honor, like a cloak or a shawl, or like if you got your walls up or your armor's up and you're just like feeling like, I don't know if I'm going to let this situation affect my heart anymore. I don't know if I want this to drag me down as much as it already has. And that's just a feeling I get. I get the same old thing every time I try, every time we do this, every time we go down that road. Let all that go for the time being. Go to the appointment. Receive the good news that's coming as a result of being at this appointment. and just do it. Just go for it. There's too much. You'll feel like you missed out if you didn't go. Let's put it that way. Okay, Callum? These are really good cards. Please come back and check in with me next time we're live. Like, I don't know how we're going to do this. Like, you can set your notifications if you want, because I don't go on every day. I like come on like once every couple months. I'm like pulling my hair out being like, I want to talk to you again someday, because you got really good cards. You got really good energy. So keep doing what you're doing. It's like, I want to know you kind of thing. And check back in, because I would love to know what kind of good news is coming your way. I'm not like a mind reader or a medium or anything. I'm just like an intuitive card reader. So, but yeah, I would say definitely go to that appointment. Don't be late. Pick you up at 8, and don't be late. Chantilly lace and a pretty face, a ponytail, a hanging down, a wiggling walk and a giggling talk. Makes the world go round, round, round. There ain't nothing in the world like a big-eyed girl to make me act so funny, make me spend my money, make me feel real loose like a long-necked goose, like a girl's. Oh, baby, that's what I like. Nah, this is the Big Bopper. Chim, I got you, and I see Rada. Hi, Rada. Rada, ha, 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 ha. Rada-ree, rada-roo, rada, ha, 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 ha. Thanks, Rada. I checked you in. I put you down on the list. I'll just update the list for you guys. We've got Spicy Indian Playboy. If the Spicy Indian Playboy is here, speak now or forever hold your curry. Then we've got Chim. And then we've got Rada. So it's a nice, short, little, concise list. Just a nice little list. Mary Crystalis. Mary, 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 how can you live that way? She said, I don't know. It must be in my soul. I must be the most contrary person that ever did show up in this busted up world. Okay, I didn't sing that right, but I never do. All right, the Spicy India Playboy. In the arm. Yeah, just hang on. We'll give the Spicy Indian Playboy a quick minute, if the Spicy Indian Playboy is still here. And then we'll talk to Chim, and then we'll talk to Rada. Rada, Rada, Rada. Hi, Rada. All right, Chim, you better go ahead and hit me with your best shot. I believe you're new here. I don't think I've ever read for you before. Forgive me if I'm right. But you can go ahead. The way we run it here is I don't pump out the daily stuff. We come on when we come on, and that's just how we do it. So if you're here and you're patient enough for a free reading, you always get free cards at this channel. That's just how we do. That's just how we do. Some people tried to take advantage, but karma caught up to them. But I'm always happy to read for new people and for returning subscribers. And some people got their notifications set and they get binged right away. Yeah, you're new. That's okay. I used to be old. Now I'm super old. You can see I used to have a pepper beard, and now I got a little bit of salt and pepper in my beard. Your stash is trash, and your beard is weird. That's what good times. Good times. Wow. Callum was surprisingly quiet after that reading. Callum, I hope the reading resonated for you. All right. So, Chim, how it works is... Oh, there we go. You posted your question. I was going to explain to you. You see how it works, don't you? The train moves, not the station. Yes, you need to post a question. And I'm so glad that you did. Infinite blessings out to you and everybody that's listening right now or listening later. I have a pink-haired cow. Oh, coworker. I have a pink-haired cow. I don't know his name, but it's been interesting. How does he feel about me? And he's got pink hair? All right. No judgment. It's 2021, right? No judgment. We'll go into the Mystic Dreamers Tarot for that. So we can do that. Do that. Do that. Okay. Here we go, Chim. I will begin your shuffle. You see, exactly, Chim. You see here, Dilly. But I like your style. I like your sense of humor. That's fun. That's awesome. Szechuan. It's not Szechuan. It's Szechuan. It's not Szechuan. It's Szechuan. It's not Szechuan. It's Szechuan, not Szechuan. Okay, enough of that. I'll get serious now. The coworker, I don't know his name, pink-haired coworker. How does the pink-haired coworker feel about Chim? How does Chim's pink-haired coworker feel about Chim? You don't even know his name? This might be tricky. How does a pink-haired coworker feel about Chim? All right, we'll go ahead and cut the deck. They're well shuffled. If I was on Sesame Street, they'd call me Shuffle Up, I guess. All right. Ace of Swords. Nice. Oh my goodness. Becky, look at her butt. Just kidding. This is good. I think there's an interest there. Okay. We asked the feeling. I don't know. Maybe this person is... I think this person is somewhat intuitive, but they can be very difficult to read. And they might even be introverted. Okay? That happens from time to time when we see the Ace of Swords. This person is a truth teller. They're an honest person. Not just because of the pink hair, that they wear their heart on their sleeve. But they do have a tendency to wear the heart on their sleeve, which kind of makes me wonder why they haven't approached you yet. And it could be due to this inversion. I think this person likes you, but they're introverted. Even though the expression, like the pink hair, is like an extroverted thing to do, they do that as a visual expression. But when it comes to substance of the etheric, like the speaking and the listening and things like that, this person is highly introverted. But I think that he is into you. Okay? Reason? Two of Cups. That's kinship, fellowship, dating, friendship, all that good stuff. There could be some magical romance. And remember kids. remember, with the Two of Cups, we always have the Hermetic staff here, which is nice. Because we've got the staff of Hermes Trismegistus, which is a very powerful symbol. And we've got the sword, okay, the crown and the sword. So the symbol of truth and the symbol of health. Be honest with this person. Like, strike up a conversation. If you know they're inverted, you don't have to fall all over them. Or if you're interested in them, you don't have to really come on too strong. But if you strike up a sincere conversation with this person that allows them to feel comfortable, it won't be long and they'll open up to you. Okay? So that's really good cards. You might have to initiate, though. Like with the Ace of Swords being there, you might have to take the initiative. You will have to take the initiative. This person won't express to you verbally the way they're feeling. But if you make them feel comfortable, they will show it. They would show it, and they would be more apt to want to do stuff and hang out. Provided they've had the 9 vaccinations that are required and the 14 masks that they have to wear. All right. Lots of love, Chim. Those are nice cards. You're exactly right. You are exactly right. Those are some of the nicest cards we've seen all day. We've seen it all. Silver bells. Silver bells. My voice. What am I, 14? Jeez. Louise. I'm not Sean Connery. Oh, my Sean Connery is off tonight, too. All right. I don't want you're introverted too. It takes 2 to make a thing go right. It takes 2 to make it out of sight. Okay, well, somebody's going to have to say something. You want to pass a love letter? Go get Janice from accounting to like pass. Do you like me? Check yes or no, and then give it back to Janice, and Janice can bring you the note back. You have nothing to fear but fear itself, right? Franklin Delano Roosevelt. FDR said that. I think FDR said that. Could be wrong. Maybe. Really? I love Jim Carrey. He's good stuff. He is good stuff. Rada. Okay, Rada, that's it. You are here. We are now. We're on the very last person on the list, unless we've got any lurkers hanging around the channel, which is a strong possibility. It happens sometimes. If you're here and you want a reading, now's your opportunity. But if you don't, Rada, you have the privilege, the prime honor of being my very last reading for the night, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. So, yeah, you can go ahead and post, Rada. I think you posted before, but I'll need you to post again because fried ice cream. You ever had fried ice cream? All right. We'll just give Rada a chance to repost. This is what you do, Jim. Here, this is what you do. You can, they got pink hair. They're open-minded enough to know about tarot, right? So when you start that sincere conversation, start it way off in left field. Be like, you would not believe the weirdness I saw on YouTube on Thursday. And they'd be like, what? Really? What is it in? And then you could be like, I don't know if you're into tarot or into stuff. Well, maybe don't do that because then he'd come and find out about the reading. Maybe that's not a good idea. But like in a little while, if it takes a little while to work up the courage to talk to him, invite him to come to like one of these tarot things. Like watch YouTube together where you can like actively chat online at the expense of whoever's live streaming. That's a fun way to get to know somebody. It's like you can be in the comfort of your home. You don't have to like put on robes or airs or anything. You can just like find out each other's YouTube username and check out live streams together and then like kind of in tandem jump in the chat rooms and like you can have fun. You can have lots of fun. Okay. Breakdown, shakedown. Okay. Oh, here. Do the angels messages for love life. I don't have my romance angels with me, but seeing as you asked for angel messages, I'm going to throw out the oracle deck for you, Rada. Hi, Luz, L-U-Z, Luz. Hopefully I'm saying that wrong. Thanks for being a new subscriber. I will read for you as soon as I'm done reading for Rada. Okay? Sound like a plan? We're at the end of our program, so there's not much of a list. You're second, okay? But right now we're going to ask Rada, who is currently single, do the angels have messages for the love life and who's coming in December and January? We're asking angels now. We gotta be like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, here we go. Don't jump, never jump in the shower. We've got the card of sound and the card of energy balance. Okay. So what the angels want to say here is that we may have a situation where the throat chakra in your energies is feeling a little bit blocked. Okay. Now, as far as love life goes, about hearing or being offered romance or offering romance to others, it feels like this is an avenue for you, Rada, which has been kind of inactive or shut down, as it were. We really need to get the energies going in terms of our throat chakra. And this means about speaking our personal truth, becoming very honest with self
I think you're a very honest person. You're honest with other people 100%, but are you as honest with other people as you are with yourself? Right? And that's okay. It's nothing against you. It's just stuff that we have to work with, right? We look at our love life from a mundane point of view. I was always taught that boy meets girl, fall in love, get married, and forget the world. 9 months later, the sweet baby's on the way. Kiss him on the cheek and life's okay, right? I don't feel no pain. I don't have no time to listen to conflicting points of view. What you want to do here is slip into the great unknown. Your love life needs to be centered on you. You need to give love to yourself, and you need to receive love from yourself. And this can be a very difficult process if you've never actively practiced it before. But this is what the energy balance requires of you. And I think you treat yourself very well. You treat yourself with comfort, and you treat yourself with security and forgiveness of yourself, which is very, very good. You should get a big old pat on the back for that, 100%. But when it comes to this throat chakra energy being blocked in the area of being single or in love in the mundane sense of the word, we need to crack open the etheric sense of love that you have for yourself. And this is what it means to not only comfort yourself, but reaffirm how sacred your spirit, your life, your soul, your purpose, your body, your path, your mission is, not only to you, to the angels, and to God, right? To everybody. And when this happens, and this lotus flower opens, that, if we get this energy cleared up, and we really get firing on all 7 cylinders here, we get this opened up, you become the honey. And then all of the bees come to the honey. Okay? It's like a Samson and Delilah story. We were asking the angels. The angels are saying, if you really want to feel love, to be in love, to have the essence of love surround your nature and your spirit and your being, become the producer of that love and also the receiver. It's like an electrical circuit, right? Electricity always returns to its source. It goes out, turns the lamp on, and then it goes back to the source. And there's an energy deep inside you in the heart chakra, one step below the throat chakra. And there's something that's beating your heart. You don't do it. You're not in control of your heartbeat. Okay? You can control your breath. But your heartbeat, it's beating. And where does the electricity that beats your heart, where does that come from? Okay? So this is saying there is a lot of opportunities for you to really open up these chakras, your heart chakra, your throat chakra. This is stuff from as silly as it sounds to like singing in the shower to praying out loud, okay? In whichever way you decide that you like to worship is fine and okay. And the energy balance that you feel is about letting go of any ideas that love and relationship will take a certain form. Because when the great way. I don't want to define God for you. You define God for yourself. We just use God, right? As a word, as a sound to signify or signal to source, right? But when you use that and you express that love for yourself and you really begin to feel it, to receive it and to absorb it, whether you're eating Rocky Road ice cream, okay, or whether you're putting on a few pounds because you like to eat lasagna, but your brain says, you'll never attract the person you want if you keep eating Rocky Road ice cream and lasagna. that's not the voice that's helping you. The voice and the sound that's helping you is the one that says, no matter what I do, I am loved by the great, eternal, sovereign consciousness that is the source of all things in this universe. And without me, that doesn't matter, right? Because you are so important to that. Because you are both the source and the recipient of that love. And what that's going to do is that's going to change your whole life. And the angels will guide you through it. They'll stand by you every step of the way as you have good days and you have bad days, as we all do. Sometimes you're going to feel very closely connected, and other days you're going to feel like 10,000 miles away from Source. And it's just like, there's no way. And then the loneliness, some days it'll feel like the loneliness is overbearing. And then the next day it's going to be like, oh man, I wouldn't trade the freedom and solitude that I have to really just enjoy my life every second of it the way I want to for any person. Fabio, that's the name I was looking for, Fabio. And with that, that's it. That's an angel close. We're going to close on Fabio. Right? Absolutely. Okay, Radha, thank you so much for the angel question. I appreciate that. That was really good. And I see we have a couple people that have jumped into the room. Small Wildflowers, what's up? It's been so long since I've seen your lovely icon in the chat room. Really good. Radha, thanks for being on the program. Check back in with me and let me know how your journey is going. It doesn't mean that love can't come your way, right? But the angels, I think, are going to be very selective about who they send your way, because I feel a big part of your path and your mission about this energy balance is to really get those chakras open and firing on all 7 cylinders and get your emotional health and well-being really ripping along and going. So that's really good. All right. I'm glad you came here too, Radha. So, who jumped in the reading while we were giving that room? Who jumped in the room while we were giving that reading, other than Small Wildflowers? Oh, we had somebody that was after Radha. Luz, L-U-Z? Are you here? I forgot my pen today, so everybody's going in on the phone. Luz, L-U-Z? Good for all. That was a good reading for all. Thank you, Radha. That was wonderful. Very, very good, yeah. That was very, very good. All right. That's right. He did take a bird to the face. Somebody flipped him the bird. Okay, so it's just Luz and Small. Oh, Rising Storm Tarot. Okay, I got you, Rising Storm. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Rising Storm. The storm is arising. Rising Storm and Small Wildflowers. Okay, we are good to go. Yeah, come as you are. Kurt Cobain style. All right, Luz, go ahead and post your question. What are my person's next actions towards me? Ooh, what are those actions? Action Jackson. Absolutely. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. You guys are coming in late, but you're lucky. I had some fuzzy peaches and a cup of coffee, so I've got a little bit of staying power tonight. Will this video be available to me? Yeah, I don't take down any of my videos unless I get a copyright infringement thing, but I haven't had one of those for a long time. I played We Three Kings of Orient are puffing on a rubber cigar. It was loaded and exploded, poof. Now we're on yonder star. Okay. All right. So yeah, you should be able. It'll take a while to process, but then it should be up. I won't change the name of the title. Just look for the same title, the same. It can be tough. Make sure you write down the title of whatever video this is, because I don't think I change my thumbnail as often as I should. It's always the good vibes only sign. So that's what we're all about. Okay, Lutz, and Lutz. I'm going to get serious now for Lutz. What is Lutz's person's next action towards Lutz? What are Lutz's person's next action towards Lutz. All right. Ace of Cups. Oh, good. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm getting these are major arcana. A display of emotion. Okay. I think you're going to get a display of emotion. You're going to see a new side of this person, I think. So their next action is they're going to do something very quickly, I feel, because the Chariot's there. They're going to do something very quickly that's going to kind of make you come around or make you kind of really open up to them, I think. Not necessarily. I'm not seeing this. They're going to buy you a car, maybe. Anything could happen, right? With the Ace of Cups and Chariot here, but I think that they might drive a long way to be with you, or they may travel a long distance, or maybe they'll like help buy a plane ticket for somebody. Or something like that, because the Chariot involves travel and quick action, and the Ace of Cups is like inspiring, emotional, what do they call that? Could be compassion, but it's also just like Lerve. Remember Celine Dion, Lerve? So they're going to do something that's really going to impress you, I feel, and that something is going to happen very quickly. So they're either going to like drive a long way to come see you, or pay for you to come and see them, or maybe they're going to pay the way for the two of you to go somewhere together. Either way, I get the sense of somebody traveling, and I get the sense of somebody being like filled with joy, like overjoyed. So that's really good with the Ace of Cups being there. This could involve like Chariot is a sign of Cancer. But like with it being Age of Aquarius, astrology it doesn't really matter what your sign is anymore. But with the Chariot being there as well, it's like you guys could feel like you're separated right now, but you're still on the same path. I don't know if there's a bit of a power struggle when it comes to like who's initiating contact or who's willing to seem the most vulnerable at certain times. That could be going on as a kind of a continued struggle. So it's like nobody wants to admit how deeply they feel for the other and call it out for what it is. You know, sometimes our old habits, our old intellectual habits can get in the way of the flow of love and of passion. Ask not what my relationship can do for me, but what can I do for our relationship? And then these two horsies start to get together and get on the same page and stop trying to go in different directions, and they get going the same way. So whatever this is, if these horsies aren't getting along, it's not going to be long before they have a common goal. It's just about taking the me part out of the relationship, whether that's you or the other person. And these ponies can get going on the same direction here again. But somebody's going to make cross the distance or make the drive or cross the bridge in order to impress the other. And I'm not sure which way that's going to go, but I see that happening relatively quickly. Yes, this is the Chariot. Yes. All right. So hopefully that reading resonated for you, Luz. I think you're new. I think that was the first time I've read for you as well. It's so nice to see so many first-timers popping around the Christmas tree with my new air fryer. I don't know. I don't have an air fryer. I do have an air fryer. It's an old air fryer. Not that I want an air fryer for Christmas. Hint, hint. Actually, I don't want an air fryer for Christmas. All I want for Christmas is Mariah Carey. All right. We have Rising Storm and then Small Wildflowers. And I think that's good. So thanks, Lutz, for being on the program. I really appreciate you jumping in jumping into the Situation Room. And I hopefully that reading resonated. Check back in with me when you see us go live next time. We're really random when we go live. We don't pump out daily or weekly anymore. This will be the last broadcast for 2022. I do hope to see you all again in January, but no guarantees because they have turned the global warming off. It is cold as balls. It's like minus 30 degrees, which is like minus, 15 Fahrenheit for our friends in the United States of Americas. It's cold as balls, and there's like a blizzard and a snowstorm. So they turned global warming off today, probably so they could turn up nom the croms. Nom croms. Okay. Rising Storm, thanks for being on top of it and posting your question. How is Chris the Capricorn currently feeling about me? No communication at this time. Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to hit the notification bell for this channel, because we're not going to hammer your smartphone with like endless posts or videos. YouTubing is not my full-time gig. I just try to give to our tribe, our community, whenever I can. So yeah, you feel free, feel safe to turn your notifications on, because you won't get bombarded by me. You'll know, it'll go ding and you'll be like, oh, sometimes I post short little videos just for fun and inspiration. And then other times we go live and we do this tarot stuff. Okay? Either way, it's all good. Oh, Ashley, welcome. Yes, I can add you to the list. Weren't you subscribed before? Did you unsubscribe, Ashley? I'm pretty sure I read for you before. Did I not? Am I confused? It can happen. Confucius says tarot reader gets confused 100%. But let's focus. I'll get serious. Rising Storm Tarot. How is Chris feeling for Rising Storm? How is Chris feeling about Rising Storm? We're back into the Mystic Dreamers Tarot. How is Chris feeling about Rising Storm? How is Chris feeling about Rising Storm? Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a little looky-loo, shall we? Looky-loo. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Jeez. Okay. This guy gets horny, but he's not super confident. Okay. Sorry. That's what happens. Okay. This guy, you turn this guy on. This guy still gets turned on by thinking about you. Okay. But he's not confident. He's not confident that either you accept him or that he'll ever be able to commit to a relationship. Maybe he thinks that you want something that you totally don't even want. Maybe he thinks that you want to get married and to be mutually exclusive and to love forever and ever and catch him in the spider trap and all that stuff, and he's scared. But you might not even want that, but that's what he thinks. Because he's uncertain and not very confident. But he's still turned on by thinking about you. Did you guys do the hokey pokey in the past? Did you guys go on the log ride together? If so, like, no judgment. It's 2021. What do they call that? Make whoopee? Bump uglies? What else do they call it? Do the wild thing. Remember Tone Loc did the wild thing? Because it's like you guys have this history, I think, that like was pretty intense, but then it like sparked all kinds of fear inside this person. I'm not sure. And the Capricorns, they can come really cold. They can come really cold. But thinking about the time that he spent with you, like boing, 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 to quote Beavis and Butthead, right? What is it? Willie won't go. We have the Willie won't go. That's exactly what we have a case of. Little Willie wants to, but little Willie won't, because little Willie is Big Willie's scared. Okay, what's Whoopi? Not Whoopi Goldberg. Even though we probably have better ratings in The View, this is about making Whoopi. All right. So he just lacks the confidence to ever tell you how he's feeling, and if you're in no contact. Honestly, I would have to say it would be hard for me to say that there will be contact unless he gets super turned on, and then just like on the spur of the moment, he can't deny those sort of lustful feelings anymore, and then he calls you, but that's for all the wrong reasons anyways. So why do you want that? Because I think he's afraid that if you guys were to do the thing again, that you want all this stuff from him, because maybe he was raised by very traditional parents and he lacks the confidence to be able to like be a provider, to, you know, make a baby, to, I don't know, be a dad or other things, and he just doesn't have the confidence to do that kind of stuff right now. So physically he's turned on by you, but mentally he's too blocked to offer any kind of emotional flow, if that makes sense. Okay? But not in the way I wanted. Okay, it was okay. It was just okay. Yeah, that's never the answer you want. Did you guys have sex? Yeah, it was just okay. It was just all right. Yeah, it's fine. It's just fine. Okay, so Rising Storm, I wouldn't expect too much here, and if it does happen, I would be very sus. Kids are saying sus now, I know, because I have one. It says they just be very suspect of the motivations there, because there's a lack of confidence, which can even lead to some more far out fucked up things like bipolarity. And you know, sometimes it's just really hard without confidence. The head games that guys get playing with themselves, it just makes the whole fucking nuts and bolts fall off the wagon and nothing happens. Yeah, it's super closed, super cold. You're hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no, you're in and you're out, you're up and you're a clown. Man, my Katy Perry is off tonight too. I just cannot get a good impersonation of anybody. That's because we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and some shiny new ears. All right. You're going to need new ears after you're done listening to me. So we got single white female, and then I'm going to check Ashley in. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for coming to the program tonight. There. Okay. Righty then. You're welcome, Rising Storm. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for being on the program. Check back in with me. Hopefully you find yourself a guy that's got more confidence, for sure. All right. What's a whoopee? All right. Small wildflowers, do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm fucking up. I don't know. That's some Green Day in the middle of December. For ya. So we got Small Wildflowers, then we got Ashley Vasquez. Yes, I do. Well, relax. Don't do it. When you want to step to it. Relax. Don't do it. All right. I forget the next line of that song. Relax. Don't do it. When you want to step to it. Relax. Don't do it. Damn it. Cannot remember the next line of that song. All right. Let's go. Let's go to the hop. Oh, baby. Let's go to the hop. Oh, baby. Come on. Let's go to the hop. You got me rocking and a rolling, ropping and a singing, Baba Ran, Baba Ran. Went to the dance looking for my man, saw Baba Ran, so I thought I'd take a chance. Baba Ran, Baba Ran. Saw Peggy Sue, thought of Betty Lou, but I knew they wouldn't do what Barbara Rand does Barbara Rand. Oh, yeah. Okay. Second call for Small Wildflowers. I see you in the chat, but I need a question. You see how it works, don't you? The train moves, not the station. Yes. You're in and you're out, you're up and you're down. Okay. Oh, right, that's it. When you want to come. When you want to go over there. Ha 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 ha. Check out his bazaar. All right. We're dancing, dancing, dancing. Okay. What's it will be? Shh. It got very quiet all of a sudden. I'm told. Oh, you don't have a question. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I? Epic fails. Okay. And just a heads up. And I will let you know if it happens, but I might be moving over to Rumble or Truth Social when it comes out. Just so that you guys know. It's not, I won't do it like suddenly, but one day in 2022, I will be converting platforms, moving over to Rumble or Truth Social when it comes out. Just because I like to move it. I like to move it. Yes, Ashley Vasquez, you're up. And I think that's the last reading of the night, unless there's anybody still lurking here. And how are you, Small Wildflowers? It has been so long. And Ashley, too. It's been so long since I've seen you ladies in the chat. That's probably because I don't come on as much anymore, but we're happy for that. We're focused on the quality here. Yeah, you guys know me. You know me. Yes, indeed. Yeah, because if nobody else is hanging out, that's it for tonight. Thank the sweet baby Jesus. All right. Why don't you? Oh, I guess I could do that too. I'm an old. I used to be old. Now I'm even super older. I guess I could. I just YouTube. All right. Can you ask the tarot cards? When will my crush Norman, the Sagittarius, reach out? Storm and Norman. Let's go see if we can peek in on Storm and Norman. Okay. There's one for Norman. Whoa. Okay, I'm just gonna get settled down. Get serious for Ashley. All right, Ashley. Will Norman reach out to Ashley? Will Norman reach out to Ashley? Will Norman reach out to Ashley? Okay, Ashley, let's have a look. Remember, don't shoot the messenger. Just kidding. You can shoot me. 7 of Cups. And the Temperance card. Okay. It hasn't been defined yet. Okay. Through Spirit. It's like the timelines are still unstable on this being a yes or no question. We got the 7 of Cups here. Okay. But what the Temperance card is saying is still your heart. Okay. Let the thought of Norman reaching out to you, let that thought settle down. It came up in an earlier reading where it's like when you stop looking for your screwdriver, that's when you find the screwdriver. The thing that you're looking for is always in the last place that you looked. Because the more you invest interest in your crush, and I know it's very hard because it's the whole essence of having a crush on somebody is you think about them and you desire to be with them and you know every song on the radio that comes on, you think of that person, and it's very difficult. It makes it very hard for the timeline to succinct in order for it to make it happen. It's almost like magnetism. When a positive is pushing on a positive, it repels the other magnet away. But when the one magnet flips over, then they connect. Right now, Ashley, in all honesty, I don't really see this happening. I don't see him reaching out to you. Okay, if we had the Star card here instead of Temperance, we could probably say yes. But instead we have Temperance, which is saying take these cups and firm up the emotions, temper the emotions down to a point where it's like, Norman, Norman, right? Not, oh, Norman. Right? I know, and I know that's very difficult when you have a crush on somebody. It's like craving a cigarette. You could be 182 years old and stopped smoking when you were 30 and the craving still never goes away, especially if you have a history together. If you don't have a history together, it's a little bit easier to quell the crush. And what I'm saying is in order to help the timelines to get Norman to reach out to you, it's best to kind of quench the crush or temper the crush down into more foundations, right? Rather than it being this sort of dreamy crush that it is, because with the Seven of Cups here, it's not grounded energy. It's very flighty. I don't know realistically what the chances or what kind of opportunities are for you guys to like be speaking face to face right now are. It almost seems as like, do you even really see him very often? And if so, are you jumping on the opportunity to bond these cups, to open these cups up in terms of like flow or invitation or opportunity? And it can be hard for, and you know, not to be gender specific, but if you're identifying on the female side, and I hate being politically correct about that shit, but if you're a lady, it's hard. Because you will never make the first move when you're crushing on a guy. You want that experience of the guy coming to you and expressing the invitation, the expression of interest in you. And guys, it's not like guys play hard to get, but guys, unless they're really, if that crush is reciprocated, they're not likely to do it. And guys are just like gals in that way, is that they can really be focused. They can, when they crush on a lady, they crush on them hard. And if they're not confident, then they never go for that crush. Or if there are other obstacles that stand in the way, they would rather say, just like the ladies, they'd rather say, well, if I can't do it, if I can't have so-and-so, you know, I'm not going to settle for number two in line. And the ladies are kind of like the same way. That's when you're really crushing hard. And that's why the temperament card, the temperance card is here. It's saying we've got to take these emotions and settle them down. They can't be like rushing water. They got to be more like cups of water, very still water, because then we can begin to see things a little bit more clearly. Like, you probably have a vision of Norman, which is a little bit fantastical. And I don't mean to pick on you, Ashley, but it could be like somewhat fantastical in being like, you don't see this guy's like the dirty bottom side of this guy, right? Soggy bottom boys. I don't know where this stuff comes from. But it's like, you know what? Break it down into realism. You're a beautiful lady. You could probably have your choice of 6 other dudes. But right now, this lady's in this stream of being in this motion, being like, I only want him. I only want Storm and Norman. Meanwhile, there's 6 other suitors on the door, but you're not willing to go down that list. But the feeling I have is that right now, Storm and Norman is mirroring an energy. Unfortunately, he's not mirroring that crush back to you. That mirror is projecting out, perhaps to another person, right? So my heart goes out to you on this one. I'm just not seeing it right now because the timeline is not firm on this person reaching out to you. With the 7 of Cups and Temperance here, I don't see that. And I won't bark false hope up your tree. I really will not do that. I'm just going to say, get grounded, take stock in how much you have to offer as a beautiful woman, and realize that, you know, there's a million Bobbies across this land. Every one of them's got. And I mentioned to this somebody earlier in the reading. There was a lady who wrote some books back in the 1920s. I think her name is Florence Scoville Shinn is her name. And she used to do invocations for people that had crushes, like that were waiting on their crushes to reach out. And the invocation would say like something along the lines of like, let Norman, please spirit, or let Norman reach out to Ashley. But instead of just saying Norman, say Norman or Norman's equivalent, right? You can use Google. Florence Scoville Shinn is her name. She'll give you some tips and some ways that you can not affirmations, but invocations that you can use to attract your crush to you. But when doing so, she doesn't limit it to just being Norman. It will be Norman or Norman's equivalent, a guy that you would crush on just as hard as you would crush on Norman, right? Might look even exactly like him, but not be Norman. Or may act exactly like him, but not be Norman. So check her out. Florence Scoville Shin, I believe, is her name. Because unfortunately right now, Ashley, I'm just not seeing it in this brief cards that we pulled for you tonight. And I wish I could. I wish I could say yeah, but I can't. I just can't. Like there is no other person. But if you do the invocation when you're dreaming of Norman or Norman's equivalent, you may find somebody comes into your world or comes into your life that lights you up like Norman does, right? 100%. And I'm sorry to dash any hope. I don't want to give you false hope. I don't want to dash your hope either, right? Stood me up at an Iron Maiden concert. Jeez. Run to the hills, baby. That's a rough guy. Normie. I quoted Norman earlier. It's a doggy dog world, and I'm wearing milk bone underpants. So, Ashley, no false hope, but I don't want you to lose hope either. So check out those invocations. I really encourage you to do so. They might help you out a lot, especially if you're losing sleep over this guy, because you ladies can do that. I know you can do that. I've had a Cancer that I've been crushing on for like 10 years. I've had other relationships in that time. Probably the reason none of them have worked out is because deep down in my subconscious mind and unconscious and conscious mind, I still crush on this person. There's no way in the 100 years, the 60 of which I have left on this earth, that I'm ever going to be with this lady. She's probably in prison. She's probably in jail or a millionaire or dead. I don't know. Like, absolutely. But I still crush on her. Every time I hear those songs on the radio, I still think of her, right? There will never be anyone just like her. I've tried that. Right? Never quite that. But there comes a time where you have to temper down the desire and the emotion to a point of stability so that you can move on in a practical and in an emotional sense. I'm not going to preach to you. I'll get right off my soapbox, Ashley. But I just wish I had better news for you, I guess, is all I'm really trying to say. Okay? Hey, 88. Welcome. All right, Ashley. And hey, prove me wrong. Do everything that you can from a spiritual perspective. No witchcraft, but, affirmations, invocations, and prove me wrong. Okay? I want you to prove me wrong on this one. Really, because I want what you guys want, 100%. What is with this Vask tech? We've got like bots or spam in the chat. And that's like the first time that's happened in years. I swear to God, like it's been like 2 years. This is like the third person that's come in with this spam of Vask tech. And I don't know what a Gallagher tranny does. Don't go to Vask. Don't go to Vask.tech. Don't do that. You probably get a Omicron virus or something. More like, I'm gonna eat some turkey. Nom, 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 nom. Good thing they didn't name the new variant Joy, because you wouldn't want to run around spreading joy. All right. That's good advice, small wildflowers. The person that's right for you. Like, for all you know, maybe Norman tucks his boogers in his armpit. You don't know. You don't know. Okay. Want me to hammer? Hammer time. I even hugged her out of nowhere, but she didn't say anything, and then something bad happened that I can never forget. Yeah, life is full of drama. All we can do is have love for ourselves in the present moment. It's truly our key to happiness, our key to bliss, and our key to success. Life, mundane life, is just full of drama, and we're not even going to go into the wake me up new age stuff because that's all been said and done. Like, we're already like on the victory lap here. They like, this lady was in the 1920s when she wrote those books, and she knew all about how to manifest shit into her life. Even long, that was like 100 years ago. They knew these secrets, and people knew these secrets even more than 100 years ago. But with the first like widely publicized knowledge of like how to manifest things into your life, she was talking about these in her books back in the 20s. This shit was unchained. It was so good. I can't believe that it took me so long to find Florence Shin. I think that's her name, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's dynamite. And it's so funny because in these books, she talks about people like manifesting huge amounts of money, and then you find out that the amount of money was like $3,000. And then you just kind of laugh. Like $3,000 was such a big deal. But back in the 1920s, $3,000 was huge. Huge. All right. 88, do you have a question for me today? Because we are running out the program like champs. All right. Hi, Tanya. Welcome. Thanks for being new here. Yeah, I can draw a card for you. You're second in line, Tanya. Thanks for being new here. I appreciate you. Am I saying that right, Tanya? Hopefully I'm saying that wrong. So because Tanyas and Tanyas get mad. If you call Tanya Tanya and Tanya Tanya, they will rip your head off. It's like calling someone from New Zealand an Australian, or calling someone from Australia a New Zealander. They will get mad. I do not. Just saying hi. Well, thanks for saying hi. Hi to you. Merry Crystalis. Merry Crystalis. I can draw a card for you, Tanya. Do you just want like a card, or do you have a question, or what do you want to do here? You're welcome, Ashley. Thank you. You're so amazing. Don't ever forget it. Like, you are in fuego. You're on fire. You know it. And you know it. If you're happy and you know it, lick the roof of your mouth. That's one way to stimulate your pineal gland. For those of you just joining us today, we're teaching poodles how to fly. But if you ever wanted to, like, have more like visions, or like find your way to the secret, peering through the veil, pierce the veil with your pineal gland and your third eye. One thing you can do to stimulate your pineal gland is take the tip of your tongue. It's right here. And then what you do is you tickle the roof of your mouth with it, and it'll drive you insane. Like, it's super sensey. Like, I'm a super sensei. The roof of your mouth, when you tickle it with the tip of your tongue, it'll like drive you crazy. You'll like do the hippie shake with all your might, and it just make you wiggle like a worm. But what it does is it stimulates and tingles. It stingles. We just made up the word for the day. We can quit now. But it'll stimulate that area right underneath the pineal gland, when you tickle the roof of your mouth with your tongue, and you could change your life. Just saying. Okay, just a card. All right, absolutely. And because you asked for just a card, we will give you one of the big, powerful Sacred Power Oracle cards. Okay? How about that? Or would you prefer, if you prefer, I'll give you a tarot card too. Why the heck not? We're generous. Be generous. It's Merry Crystalis time. Here come the bells, I like how they smell, Have a Merry Christmas. That card went flying over there. Okay. Song of the Bells by me. Rock the bells. All right. One card for Tanya, please. Relax. Don't do it. Look at that. That looks a little scary, but it's not. Unfortunately, this is a buzzword being used in all the wrong ways in the mainstream narrative right now. But community is very important. It's not like community. Don't get caught up in the ill sense of the word, how they're using it in the propaganda right now as community. Community or communion with something is important. In other words, it's important to be a part of something that's much bigger than yourself. It's the best way to keep the ego in check. And I'm not saying you're an egotistical person. We all have an ego. Some people have little bitty egos that they keep in control. Other people have big, raging, like hemorrhoid type egos that like actually run the person, like enslave the true being. The ego becomes the master of the person. Other person, the person is the master of the ego. And community is something that can be used by the person to keep the ego in check. Because what it does is it balances the energy off of the other people or the other things in the community to remind the person that they are part of something much bigger. Like I have a raging ego, but I have a big cage for it. So, I keep it balanced that way. But the importance of community, and everyone says, oh, go out and get involved in the community, which is really just saying, just go out and virtue signal so that you can feel better about yourself, which is an egotistical thing to do at the very essence of its core. So don't get confused in that sense of community or that obligation to community. Think about community in a sense where it's like, community is like the universe. Community is like the whole world. You see the Tao or the way or the etheric, the ether even, we could even call it the element of ether, is coming out the heads of these people that are doing this tribal dancing. They realize that like something is breathing them. Something is beating their heart. Thumpa, thumpa, thumpa. They're not in control. The more you try to gain control, the less control you have. The more you give up control, the more control you get. And community is the mirror or is the balance or is the institution in which you can always see your progression of spiritual wellness. Because as you exist in community, like at 5 p.m. in New York City, if you're on the subway, you're a part of that community. Because that's where you put yourself, right? If you go off and run up to the hills in Colorado and join some hippie commune, well, then that's your community and you can go and virtue signal over there and do that and do other things. If you're part of a family, you got brother and sister or mom and dad, or maybe you got some kids or whatever might have you, that's your community, right? But community is always in relation to you, the person, and to your ego. Now, the ego, we got to have an ego. Otherwise, we would try and put food in other people's faces. We would go out to dinner with somebody and try and feed them because we rely, in essence, a bit on ego in order to survive. We need to have it a little bit. But community is a great thing to keep the ego in check. But if we serve community in a way where it's like, look at me, I'm serving community, I'm a part of my community, this is the ego beginning to feed off of the community. Now, this is, I think, maybe the reason why we drew this card for you, Tanya. Is because this might be simply a message that you might be able to help somebody else with, which is, I think, the reason why this whole thing happened, that you came in at the very end of this program, asked for a card without a question. I think this is somebody where you might be able to help somebody through a simple nudging or correction in the right word, being like, so-and-so, look at me, Tanya, I'm part of this community and you should join too because look at all this stuff that we do and we're so important now. And you might be able to say, look, sister, look, friend, are you just virtue signaling here? Or is the reason that this community is important to you is so that you can understand and have something in your life that can always remind you that you will always be a part of something that's bigger, that you will always be able to stay in control of things that are beyond your control because you were willing to give up that control? Do you understand? Right? And then, so that's community. And it is a tribal dance, and it's an eternal tribal dance. Because you can't leave the universe unless you got the keys. But I don't give those keys out. So you'll always be a part of something much bigger. Okay? And community is a great way. If you can get involved in the typical sense of community, you can join a charity, you can do all that stuff, right? You can give and you can receive and all that stuff. And it feels good to be a part of that community, to have the fellowship, to have the sisterhood, the brotherhood. But remember, your community is not a fixed thing. I belong to the, brotherhood of the traveling pants. And look at me, I've got bright orange pants. And everybody I know wears these bright orange pants and rides a Harley Davidson. That's my community, and I'll kill it. I'm so loyal to that. No, that's all yesterday. That's old age of Pisces type stuff. It's the energy that we're moving out of. We're in the age of Aquarius now, where it's like, wherever you are, wherever you go, that's where you are. So that's what your community is. Like, if you're out in nature, your community is the daffodils and the spruce trees and the birds, and that can be your community too. There's no definition. Just be very aware of how this word is used in mainstream. And that might be something that you might be able to help another person with one day, understanding that, okay? It took me a long time to understand it. What's important, what's not. People try to build communities for all the wrong reasons. People try and inject themselves in situations and in communities for all the wrong reason. Community just exists. It'll kick you around. It is like the universe, right? It'll show you what's up. 100%. Okay? Lots of love, lots of life in that card, Tanya, as well. Tribal dancing. Get your Gloria Stefan on. Come on, baby, Baba, like to do that conga. Don't you bada be ba any longer. Be ba ba be ba ba G ba. Oh, my Gloria Stefan is even off tonight. I can't do a decent impression. 100%. Okay? So hopefully that resonated for you, Tanya. All right. Yes. Yeah, if you're silver bells, truffles. Prefer to call them truffles. All right, is that it? Are we done here? Was there any lurkers in the room? Anybody that has been chilling out that hasn't received a reading? It's probably getting pretty late over there on the East Coast. 8:30 Mountain Time. Happy Merry Crystalis to everybody that was watching and that came tonight. It was always a pleasure to be with everybody. We'll queue it up again really soon, I'm sure. Small Wildflowers, thanks for coming. Let me just take a look and see what do we got. Special shout outs and thank yous. We started out with Runt and Rebecca and Empress and all the amazing people we ran through. So lots of new people here tonight. So that was really good. Pretty excited about that. Pretty exciting stuff. Oh man, what is wrong with my computer? What is wrong with me? All right, for the couple people watching, thanks for liking and checking out the video. Always a pleasure to be with you. Just to be with you. Thanks, Eve. Yes, Eve and Empress and Small Wildflowers and the moderators who came tonight. We've been going random. We've been catching different people on different nights, and it has been awesome. This is my last broadcast for 2022. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's and Merry Crystalis. I hope to see you all in January, but no guarantees. I have love for all of you. Infinite blessings. What did we used to say? Peace, love, bliss, happiness, all the wonderful things that I wish for all of you. Eternal blessings, right? Right. Okay, everyone. That's it. There's the big Santa. That's the big Santa. Hopefully you're on the nice list. We'll see you all again very soon.